everyone, good evening and welcome to 9th and 10th channel of BYJU'S. I'm your teacher Ankita.
I'm Aishwarya, and in our class today, as you all know, we are going to be looking at the 2022-2023 Social Sciences Sample Paper, where we are going to be looking at the whole sample paper and we are going to be solving it as per the solution key that has been given by CBSE board, right? So a lot of you are here already and I hope all of you are extremely excited because as you can see, Ankita ma'am and I are like super duper excited. So I can see that a lot of you are here already. Yes, a lot of you are here. Hello everyone.
Hello everyone, good evening, good evening. Welcome to the class. This is the first sample paper that we are solving. It's the official sample paper which came actually by the CBSE, and we will be doing more such because our class 10 syllabus is over.
Yes.
So we will be moving ahead with that, so don't worry about it. Please make sure you stay with us throughout the session because we'll be discussing all the important tips and tricks to remember the answers also.
Yes. So some of you are asking me, ma'am, is it going to be the same CBSE sample paper? To be honest, yes. So we are going to start off first with the official sample paper by CBSE and then we will move on to maybe some previous year papers.
Yes.
We will be doing other sample papers that are given by, other boards. But ma'am, I think it's very important, right, to tell the students how important it is to solve the CBSE sample paper.
Very, very important because, see, when CBSE gives us a sample paper, right, that means that your board examination paper will have the same type of pattern, will have a same type of weightage in the examination. So that gives us an idea that, okay, how our paper will be looking in the end. So it's really very important, everyone. I can see many of you saying that you have already solved. That's really very good. If you haven't solved it, don't worry, we are here for you. So today both ma'am, right, and I will be solving the sample paper. So please make sure, first of all, you stay till the end. Don't leave the class in between because you might miss important things.
Yes.
If you have something really very urgent and important, watch this session later.
Yes, and of course when you're watching it later, you can watch it on 2x speed, but please make sure that you quickly like this video, you share this video with your friends, and you do not forget to subscribe to the channel. And of course, as usual, I give both of us, we give a warning in the chat that please don't digress from what we are going to be discussing today because it's going to be super important. Now, of course, the solutions are going to be aligned as per what CBSE has recommended, but we'll be telling you why it is important to write the way they are telling us, what you need to mark in your textbook, right? So very quickly, everybody, please make sure that all of you are super focused in class. Don't have unnecessary conversations in the live chat because as you know, in the live chat, if you do have unnecessary conversations, you are going to be blocked, right? And we come from a space of serious preparation because your pre-boards are going on right now. And ma'am, a lot of them are saying they have their pre-boards as well, right?
Yes. So please make sure that you are not getting distracted. And if you're the one who loves to talk much, you can leave the class. Don't hesitate. See, we really want all of you to be here in the class. We want you to value your time, right? It's really very important time of the year. So we don't want you to waste your time. Please maintain the decorum of the class. Don't talk. I know you can ask doubts. We are here and we'll be helping you with the doubts. But let's not get into the flow and start talking amongst ourselves.
Yes, and of course the PYQ session for history will be coming in very soon. Ankita ma'am will be taking it live. But first we thought it was important to solve. And I understand for those of you who have already solved this, yes, this might feel like a repetition. You can stay through, try answering it. But if you still have not solved it, then that is where we come into the picture and where we help you out, right? So everybody quickly please let us know that our audio, our video and our screens and whatever we've been writing on our screen is visible to all of you. If so, everybody give us a quick thumbs up in the chat. Ma'am, can we get the PDF of the paper? Yes, you can. We will have the comments pinned here for the paper and the solution as well, okay?
And apart from that, you can easily get the whole PPT that we have in the Telegram. So we'll be sharing it in the Telegram.
Yes.
So you can join the Telegram and then you'll have it. Yes, Aishwarya ma'am will motivate you.
Throughout today's class, I will motivate you for SST, right? So everybody just make sure that you do not forget to like this video. You do not forget to subscribe to our channel. It's very, very important that you do, right? So ma'am, I think the first thing that we do whenever we look at a sample paper is to have a look at it right from the beginning, right?
And we will be having the layout of the paper, the general instruction that we have. So over here, the pen, yes. So we know that the total maximum marks that we have is for 80, right? So 20 marks will be there for each of the subject. You have 4 subjects, you have geography, you have history, you have eco, and you have pol science. So each of these will have 20 marks each, which is very, very important for us to remember. Then of course we have 3 hours, and of course in that 3 hours, in this SST sample paper, you will, or in the SST board examination paper, you will have 6 sections, A, B, C, D, E, and F, right ma'am?
Yeah.
And after that, of course, all the questions are compulsory. The section A have all the MCQs. Ma'am, section B have...
So in section B, as you know, you have about 5 questions that are there, which are
Yes.
very short answer type questions.
Yeah.
And it's just for 2 marks, right? That means you don't need to write too much, maximum 2 points, roughly around 40 words. So they give you a estimate of 40 words.
Yes.
Does not mean that you sit and count, did I write 40 words or anything.
Yeah.
You'll have a rough idea that these are how many words you'll need to write to fill in your answer.
Yes.
Then you have section C again, wherein you have short answer type questions that are going to be your 3-mark questions, right? Now 3-mark questions are normally the tricky questions because
Yeah.
you don't know which are the important points. Should I write this? Should I write that? So that's where it gets a little tricky, right? And of course, again, they say that it should not be too long also. So try to have the NCERT language and make sure that it's crisp. Again, 60 to 100 words
Yes.
that are there. And on then section D.
Section D is very interesting because in this particular question, we'll have 5 marks question. And of course, when we think of 5 marks question, we think, oh, we will be writing pages. But you don't have to do that because we just need, should not be more than 120 words. 5 marks question, 5 points are enough. So this becomes a really very important section for all of you who want to gain marks. If you write the 4 questions properly, you will have 20 marks easily. So this section is really very important. Then we have section E, which is super easy, which have the case-based study questions. Again, we have 4 marks from each of these questions. We have 3 questions over here, 34, 35, 36. Yeah, 3 questions over here. I'm just counting. I thought there will be 4. So, and this is a very easy section. And last comes for 5 marks, which is a map work. 2 marks mapping from the history and 3 marks mapping from the geography. So gives you a total of 5 marks. Again, a very easy way to get all the marks. Now, of course, in overall of the paper, of course, there are not overall, you cannot skip a question. The total number of the question are 37. There are internal choices though given in the question. So this is very important, right?
Yes.
If they have the option, they can actually pick, right?
Right. So normally what happens is maybe later on when you go into college, right? So if you have section E or let's take section D, they will say write any 3 out of 5, right? So that is where an option comes from, where if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can pick any 3 out of this. You don't have an option in this, you will have to attempt all of it, but internally maybe question number 4 will have 2 questions from which you can pick what you know the answer to best, right? And of course, last but not the least, as you know, in addition to this, separate instructions are given to questions wherever necessary. So if they are going to be specific about something, they will give it to you, right? So that is just something that you need to know. Now, in case, why did we show you this? There are some of you who have not probably read, and instructions is something that we normally ignore, which is why we are stressing on the instructions, because as you go through it, this will definitely help you. And if you've not started your SST prep, if you still feel like, ma'am, I have wasted my time and I've been feeling lazy about social sciences, I have not really started studying, then you need to subscribe to our channel because we have completed our syllabus. For long, all of you have been asking us, right, ma'am, when will syllabus be over? When will it be done? And it's finally done on the channel. So all the one-shots are available. And ma'am, I think we're starting a very important series as well. It's ongoing, right?
Yes, which is the 1000 PYQ series, which is happening for all the subjects. So please make sure to subscribe to the channel and of course go and visit the playlist, especially for SST, because it has everything that you need. All the chapters which are there at this time in the syllabus, you have it over there. You just have to write the chapter name, just go and look at it. We have one-shots, and of course in the near future we will be coming up with the questions and other sample paper also. So it already is going, we already started with the geography 2020 questions.
Yes.
We have the Menti quiz for that also. Next week we have for the history, and upcoming weeks we'll have for the eco and for the political science. So please make sure you are subscribing to the channel so that you can get all the information related to the SST. And the best part is that you have 2 teachers.
Yes.
You have so much knowledge that we can actually share with you, and in that way we all will be learning and will be scoring good in the examination.
Yes, and as you know, exams are going to be starting from 15, so time is very less.
Yes.
So guys, it's time to buck up, and we need you all to be very serious in class today. See, like we said, it's not going to be a teaching session. This is just going to be a discussion of question and answers, right? And maybe you would have already read it, but nonetheless, for a lot of you who have your pre-boards, trust me, some of these sample paper questions are likely to come twisted for you, right?
Yes.
Ma'am, normally teachers do that, no?
Yeah, definitely. And I'm sure like all of these questions, even when we teach, right, we tell you, okay, this question is really very important, right? So just look for those questions also, and look for the concept that we told are important.
Yes. So please do not forget to like this video, yes. And for those of you who have just joined, yes, it's going to be CBSE Sample Paper, okay? The official sample paper, yes?
And for those of you who are asking, ma'am, whether we are late, no, it's right on time. We started a few minutes back, but we were just discussing about what is a pattern of the question paper. You can always go back and see it. You haven't missed anything major. We'll be starting now, everyone. So we will be starting with the MCQ. So please make sure all of you pay attention. First MCQs will be taken by ma'am. So ma'am, over to you. And everyone, let's pay attention. Right, and all the best.
All right, everybody. So quickly, so now with MCQs and everything, I just need the answers on screen, okay? Like I told you, it's not much of a discussion because you've already learned about all of this in class. How long is this going to be? Everybody's asking me, ma'am, how long is the session going to be? Session will run for at least 2 hours, but we will be giving you a break in between. So after section C, we will take a break and you get, to get some water, maybe have your dinner. So don't worry, okay? But very quickly, everybody, let's get started. Question number 1 on your screens, official CBSE sample paper, right? So what helped in the colonization of Asian and African countries? Identify the correct statement from the following options, right? So we have intergovernmental policies for expansion of trade, government invite to the mother country for expansion, technology investment and improvement in transport, capitalists of these regions want to trade with colonial powers. Which among the following is the correct answer? Quickly, everybody, let me know in the chat. I can see a lot of distractions. I'm telling you all very seriously, stay focused in today's class, okay? Yes, Rishabh, I know you want to talk about eutrophication, bacha, but see, I'm mainly looking into SST today, no? Tomorrow when we have a class, very quickly, please make sure that you we'll explain it to you tomorrow or by the end of it. Give me the answer to this question. What is the correct answer? Yes, good evening, good evening. Okay, thank you, Rishabh. Okay, a lot of you are saying, ma'am, it is intergovernmental policies that will help in trading or expanding the trade, right? Yes, all right. But in this case, for a lot of you who are giving me the answer, the correct answer is option C, not option A. Because we're talking about colonization, right? Maybe the colonists who will be colonizing Asian and African countries. Now, the main thing with Asian and African countries is the distance that is there, right? So there needs to be connectivity with transport. There needs to be make sure that advanced technology, right? So maybe using steamships, right? The naval ships that are there, all of them that connect you to different parts, right? And as you know, when you invest this money and you improve the method of transport, it helps with trading, right? So policies alone is not enough, right? Government inviting mother country for expansion, no, right? Which is why the correct answer here is option C. And are we doing the whole paper? Yes, we are doing the whole paper, so I need you to stay focused. Moving on. Which of the following newspaper was started by Bal Gangadhar Tilak? Is it Hindu, Kesari, Sudharak or Pratap? Quickly in the chat, everybody, quickly. Yes, everyone, jaldi, jaldi, jaldi. What is the name of the newspaper that was started by Bal Gangadhar Tilak? Yes, very good, very good. Can you also tell me what he wrote about in this newspaper? What did he write about? Yes, any of you know the answer to this? What did he write about in this newspaper? There was a very important thing that he brought out, right? There was a reason. Yes, to motivate Indians, okay. Yes, British government, all right. What else? India struggle. So he wrote about mainly people who got deported, right? Especially the Punjab revolutionaries who were deported, and he wrote about them in this newspaper, right? And of course, this also led to a lot of it also really, it led to a lot of protest, right? So the name of the newspaper is Kesari. Yes, very good, Anshul. He wrote about Punjab revolutionaries. So here I'm giving you little extra pointers for recall, right? So this is also important. Now moving on to question number 3. Yes, on your screens. So you have a picture given to you. So this is a picture-based question. Right, so we have a picture given to us and you need to identify the name of the painter from this, okay? So everyone, quickly, amongst the 4 options, which is the correct answer? Yes, who was responsible for painting this? Very simple and easy, right? Everybody, quickly, give me the answer. Very good. The correct answer here is option C. And can any of you tell me what was depicted in this image? It's a little tough, okay, but it's there in your history textbook. In the image, if you see, they'll write a little bit on what this is about, right? So it's actually there as a caption for this picture. So you can just make a note of it, make a star mark next to it, because now you know some of these pictures will come, right? So this was given, this particular painting was done, right, or was painted by Raja Ravi Verma. Yes, very good. It represents the rescuing of Madalasa, right? The Princess Madalasa. Very good. Very good, Nila. Very good. You all are so amazing at it. A prince rescuing a princess. Very good, bachas. Very, very good. Now let's move on to question number 4. Yes? Question number 4, everybody, on your screen. Now, as you know, we have 4 statements given to us, and what you need to do is to arrange it in chronological order. So what do you think? Oh, we have YouTube polls live, so you can vote on YouTube polls as well, everybody. So quickly, what do you think is the answer? Amongst A, B, C and D, which is the correct answer? Poll is live. All of you can vote on the poll. Very good, everybody. Very good. And once you've answered, let me know in the live chat, right, that you have voted and it is done. Yes, very good, everybody. Very good. All right. So we are talking about the chronological order in correct sequence, right? Yes. So the poll is complete. Most of you have voted for option C, okay? While the remaining of you have actually voted for option B, fine. And then we have option D. Let me tell you one thing in this, okay? So if you look at it chronologically, right, the correct answer here is option D. Now you'll tell me, ma'am, how exactly is option D? So let's get started. See, somewhere around the 14th century, right, was when Johann Gutenberg, he invented the printing press. And the first book he printed was the Bible, right? So this is the first thing. Now post that, so we have 4 first. Then after that, we know that around in the 15th century, we know that Martin Luther, he had actually written this particular book, 95 Theses, right? And in that he criticized about the Roman Catholics, which eventually led to the Protestant Reformation. So the next one here will be 2. Now, after that, somewhere around in the 16th century, Menocchio reinterpreted the message of the Bible, which again led to a lot of, issues that were there, right? And eventually that led to the, that eventually was not appreciated by the Catholic Church. So the next one, which was around the 16th century, was Menocchio's reinterpretation of the Bible. Followed by which, roughly around in the 18th century, the novelists recognized the importance of print culture and how that can trigger a revolution, right? And that's where the print culture created conditions for French Revolution. Which is why the correct answer here, if you see, I'm sorry, this is 3 and then 1, right? So the correct answer here is option D. Now, are we clear for all of you who voted otherwise? Are we clear with this? So are we clear with the sequence? I know somewhere you would have gotten confused with the chronology of what is what, right? So we do get a little confused, but you need to spend some time, okay? Spend some time, understand, and then move on. Very good, everybody. Very good. Now let's move on to the next one. Oh, easy peasy one. Identify the crop with the help of the information that is given to us. So we have 4 points which are given to us. It is a crop which is used both as food and fodder. We know that this is a kharif crop. And we know that it is sown at a temperature between 21 to 27 degrees Celsius, and it grows well in old alluvial soil. And of course, a lot of modern inputs have contributed to the increased production of this crop. Which crop is this? Everyone, the votes are in, so jaldi quickly vote on the live chat. Yes, I can see a lot of you are giving me the answer. So well done, everyone. Well done. So can you tell me, for those of you who are giving me the answer as B, what is the reason? Which is this 1 point that struck to you and you were like, yes ma'am, this is what told me that it's maize, right? What is that 1 point that you find on the chat? Can you tell me? You saw 4 pointers, but I'm sure that there's 1 point that stood out to you. Because when I was learning it, there was 1 point that stood out to me as well. Yes, very good, everybody. Very good. Yes, well done. So can we close the poll, please? Can we please close the poll? Very good. So I can see most of you have given me the correct answer. The correct answer is option B. And yes, the fact that it is both food as well as fodder, right? And when you think about it, we're talking about a kharif crop. And if it's kharif crop, you can then slowly start doing your elimination, right? And of course, the temperature also gives it away. 21 to 27 degrees, that is a characteristic of maize, right? Yes, very good, Anshul. Very, very good. So see, in such questions, look for the keywords, look for the pointers. There will be something that will strike your mind and it becomes easy, right? So it's very, very simple, super duper easy, okay? Now we will move on to the next one. Okay, question number 6, everybody, on your screen. Now, we have 4 options given to us, which is about the different categories of forest. Which of the following description of a forest is not correct? So we have descriptions of reserved, protected, unclassed and permanent. Which is the correct answer? Can we have the poll on the screen for everybody, please? Can we please have the poll? Yes, a lot of you have already given me the correct answer. And you are giving me the answers on the chat as well. Yes, so when the poll comes on screen, I'll not be able to read your chat, okay? So I really hope all of you are sending it to me. Now, for those of you who are telling me that, okay, most of you are voting for option D. Now, can you tell me why you are telling me that the answer is option D? Why is this not correct? Can you tell me what is the reason behind this not being correct? Ma'am, forests are classified into 3, okay? Forest, protected and unclassed, okay? But we also have something known as permanent forest, right? So what is a permanent forest? Can you tell me? Yes, can we please wind up the polls? It is not in type of forest. Yes, one, that is correct. It's not technically a type of forest. Yes. But what exactly is a permanent forest then? Okay. See, it's very simple, right? We know that a permanent forest is nothing but a reserved forest, or its accumulation of your reserved plus protected, right? So it includes both your reserved and protected, and mainly we know permanent forests are there, or they are maintained for timber and forest products, right? So that is what we understand as a permanent forest. So it is not a combination of reserved and unclassed, but rather it is reserved and protected. Yes? Exactly. How can it be reserved and unclassed at the same time? Which is why it's reserved and protected, right? So this is what we call it as permanent. Ma'am, is this the official sample paper? Yes, bacha, this is the official sample paper that we are solving, right? So please make sure that you do not forget to like this video and subscribe. Very important. I hope all of you who are here have liked the video. Yes, good number of students need to hit at least 200 likes today. Share this video. Tell your friends. Aishwarya ma'am and Ankita ma'am are solving the CBSE sample paper. If you have your SST pre-boards, then you need to watch this video. Very important. Yes, Sham. Hello. Now everyone, quickly, shall we move on to the next question? Are we clear so far? We are clear, no? Give me a quick thumbs up. And in the meanwhile, can we please have the font size of the comment increased because it has become smaller? Where is Ankita ma'am? Ankita ma'am is right here. She'll be coming for the next set of 10 MCQs. Okay, Khushi, if your paper is tomorrow, then trust me, this is going to be very helpful for you. Quickly moving on. Yes, the font is fine now. So we have a match the following question. Yes, so we have matched the following question, and what we need to do is to first match it and then identify the correct answer. Very quickly. I need you to do it. Ma'am, my paper was well and good. If your paper was well and good, I'm so happy for you that you've done well. Yes, can we have the poll, please? We'll have the poll. Yes, everyone. Okay, I can see the answers coming in, but we'll have the poll live on the chat as well. Yes, the poll is live now. Very good. Take your time with this question, okay? Don't be in a hurry-burry to answer. Take your time, especially with match the following. I tell you, take 1 or 2 minutes, match it and then go, right? Okay, I can see good number of votes have come in. Can we wind up the poll, please? Shall we wind up the poll? Ma'am, my screen is blurred. Please go ahead and increase your settings, right? There you will be able to increase it. 69% of you have given me the correct answer. Yes, the correct answer here is option A. Alright. So now when we go back to it, let me go back so that I have a little more space to match it properly. So in this case, if you see, when you talk about renewable and non-renewable, you've been learning about it right from your lower grades, right? What are renewable sources of energy which can be replenished, or they can be replaced or renewed? What are non-renewable? You cannot do that. And in this case, we know that renewable includes forest and wildlife. Non-renewable here will be your minerals and fossil fuels, which take a long time to form. So they cannot be renewed easily. Then you have national and international resources. Can you tell me what is a national resource in the chat? Quickly. What are national resources? Yes, okay. Ma'am, how many questions? 7 questions are over, but we have at least 30 more questions to practice, okay? Yes. Ma'am, everybody's telling me roads, canals, railways. Yes, you are correct. Roads, canals, railways are, what do you say? They are national resources, right? But what exactly is it? Exactly, national resources are those resources in which the nation has power or the nation has right. While international resources like the oceanic resources that are there are the ones which are governed by international institutions. Which is why the correct answer here is option A. Yes, so I hope you have made a note of all the important points that we have discussed so far. Are we clear? I hope we are clear. Yes, very good, very good. Now moving on to question number 8. So we have 4 statements which are given to us. So we have the following statements are regarding power sharing arrangements made in Belgium. Now amongst the following, you need to identify which is the incorrect one from them. So this is with respect to power sharing in Belgium, right? Very simple, easy question, but chances are that you can make a mistake here, right? Because I'll tell you where you will make the mistake. You will read it as correct instead of incorrect. Silly mistakes will happen in this point, right? Very, very silly mistakes will happen. Yes, everyone. Oh, ma'am, misclick ho gaya. No problem, no problem. Exactly. Look for what is not true about power sharing. That is what you need to look for. Yes? Everybody quickly vote so that I can wind up the polls. Yes, very good, very good. Yes, wonderful. For those of you who are new to the channel, do not forget to like the video. Do not forget to subscribe because only in BYJU'S 9 and 10 will you find all these amazing classes, right? Yes, very good. Exactly. So Anshul is like, ma'am, state of Belgium made efforts to resolve the conflict between Dutch-speaking and French-speaking communities. Exactly. So what did they do? They made sure that there is equal number of Dutch and French community in the central government. And of course, in Brussels, where there was a special condition wherein we saw that the Dutch-speaking, population that was there formed the majority. But it was also the minority, right? So in especially the capital, it was the minority. Which is why a separate government was made for Brussels for equal representation. And of course, the community government was elected by the people belonging to one language community. but we cannot say that the state government will be a subordinate, right? As a matter of fact, we know that the state government will not be a subordinate of the central government, which is why in this case we see that the incorrect statement with respect to power sharing is option C. Yes? All right. Okay. Now let's move on to the next one, right? Question number 9. Which one of the following subjects comes under the legislation of the center and the state in India, right? So here we have education, forests, banking and trade, right? So everybody quickly, we are talking about subjects that comes under the legislation of center and state. Okay, so the comments have gone away from my screen. I'm not able to see any of the comments. So guys, if you're sending stuff, I'll not be able to see it at the moment. They're just trying to resolve it. But nonetheless, everyone, you can quickly send me the answers. Okay? All right. Yes, very good, everyone. Very good. I can see a lot of options coming in. Okay. So you're saying, some of you are saying, ma'am, forest, some of you are saying, ma'am, banking, some of you are saying, ma'am, trade. But actually the correct answer is option A, that is education, right? So education as a whole, if you see, comes under the legislation of both the center and the state of India, right? So this is something that you need to know and it is very important. Very good. Yes, very good, everybody. Very good. Now moving on to question number 10. Alright, so let's have a quick look at question number 10. Which of the following statements is true, okay, regarding feminist movements? So we have 4 options, right? And we need to identify which is true regarding the feminist movement, okay? Ma'am, will we do the subjective questions also? Yes, we are going to be doing the subjective questions as well. Okay, most of you have told me. I think this was the poll for the previous question, I guess. So can we go ahead and have a look? Can we have the poll running once again for this question, please? Can we have the poll running for this question? Very good. What is a feminist movement? A feminist movement suggests that women have control over their problems and they will not, they have to make sure that they have adequate representation, right? Yes, okay. So they have adequate representation. So that is a different one. Yes, mainly it is to transform their role. Yes, very good, Anshul. It's to, improve their role in various facets of life, right? So not just at a personal level, but at a broader level also. So in this case, if you see, something that clearly communicates what is true about the feminist movement is option C, like how most of you have voted in the answer. 89% of you have voted the correct answer, that is option C. That in the feminist movement, there must be radical movements. That means some radical or extreme steps must be taken so that there can be equality aimed both at a personal front and at a professional front, right? And we know that when we talk about it, especially when it comes to feminist movements, we know that the representation of women must be improved and they need to elect people to represent, right? Which is why in this case, the correct answer here is option C. So are we clear, everybody? So far, are we feeling good? Are we feeling confident about what we know? Yes? Are we clear, bachas? Very good. You got 10 out of 10 correct. That is amazing, right? Amazing work. Okay? Yes. All right. So now we will move on to the next set of questions. Yes? And we'll have Ankita ma'am taking the next set of questions for all of you.
Hello everyone. Yes, I hope that you can see me clearly. So the first 10 questions are done and now we'll be moving to question number 11, right? And of course still we'll be having a discussion till question number 20. So here we go. Hello. Yes, you guys are really very amazing, right? You were giving the correct answer. Very good, everyone. So let's see what we have in question number 11. And of course, if you see over here, it's basically a match the following and we have 2 lists. We have list 1 and we have list 2. In the list 1, we have the names of the parties, as you can see. And in the list 2, we have, of course, the other things, right? Very, very important things that we have, what they represents and, what is the agenda over here. So please make sure to pick the correct answer really very aram se. Don't be in a hurry, Take your time, everyone. And yeah, let's vote, everyone. You can see the polls over here. Basically, you have to pick the correct answer. So if you look over here, you need to match, right? Now, I know that we don't have proper options over here, but you can still match. So Bharatiya Janata Party will be matched with what? Yes? Yes. Basically, you have to pick, basically you have to pick one, which is correctly matched. Yes. Yes, everyone, come on, come on. Which of these is just correctly matched? Is it A, is it B, is it C, or is it D? Very good, very good. And I think you guys have all voted for it. So we can end the polls. And I'm surely, right? Majority of you have voted for the option number A, which is absolutely correct. So the correct answer over here is option number A, Bharatiya Janata Party. We have the National Democratic Alliance. Very good, everyone. It was a very easy question, right? Yes, awesome. Yes, okay. Now let's quickly take a look at the next question. Okay, this is a pretty long question. Right, so let's take a look over here, everyone. It is the assertion and the reason question. I'm sure you would have seen this question in science. But yeah, to all our surprises, we have it in SST also. Yes. Very good, Bhavish. We have the elections also coming up. Okay. There are two statements over here, as you can see. Right, we have A and R statement. We have to read the statement and then we have to identify whether both the statements are correct or not. Or whether the R reason is the right explanation of A or whether both the statements are incorrect. So take your time, everyone, read the statement clearly and then pick the correct answer. We can have the polls now. Right, so the statement is, democracy is an accountable, responsive and legitimate government. Okay. The reason behind that is that the democracy have regular, free and fair elections and decision making is based on the norms and the procedure. It's a very easy question, I would say. We are talking about the democracy. If you know what the democracy is, and of course, if you understand what we have, it'll be easy for you to find the answer for this particular question. Very good, very good. I can see lots and lots of answer in the chat box. Awesome, everyone. Yes. So we can end the poll and we have the correct answer. As majority of you have voted for it, the correct answer is 60% of you have voted for it, and of course the correct answer is A. Right? Both the statements are true and it's a correct explanation. We know that in a democracy, of course, people have equal rights, right? They can equally vote for it. And of course, what we have accountable, responsible and a real government who will be taking care of the people, right? Taking care of the various different needs, making sure the country is running in a smoother way. And for that, of course, we have a fair and regular elections. Based upon that, we have the democratic fair affairs, right? And we have a government and we definitely look at the work of that particular government. If the work is good, of course, it will be getting re-elected. If it's not there, we know that we'll have another party. Okay? So everyone, are we clear? And it's a correct explanation. Anshul, why not B? Because both the statements are true. But over here, the reason makes sense. Now, they say that it is accountable, responsible government, right? Now, how we can say that a government is accountable? And, you know, how we can say that it's really responsible? Of course, we know that in democracy, to have a check on the government, we have regular elections. Free and fair elections, so that the government who is there in the power is actually doing and contributing to the society and for the people. Clear? Yes. Accountable means someone who's responsible, right? For example, I am accountable for coming here and taking this session. Aishwarya ma'am will come here and we have the discussions with you. So we're kind of accountable to you guys. Very good, very good. Yes, legitimate means I think one who is very 100% sure, one who is real in terms of, if I say if this is the reason, it's a correct reason. A real government, a real people who are actually working for the people. Everyone, are we clear? Come on, come on. See, I know that it's a long day for you. So let's work together and let's see. And, you know, we'll not be wasting our time. Yes, very good, very good. Hello, I can see many of you are joining us right now. Welcome to the class, everyone. This is BYJU'S 9th and 10th channel, and we are solving SST Sample Paper, officially Sample Paper, which came this year. So please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Here we're moving to the next question. Option number A is correct. And here we have question number 13. It's a very easy peasy question. Which one of the following religions was protected and fostered by Sri Lankans in their constitution? Super easy, right? Everyone, can we have the polls? Yes, it's such an easy question. The histories go back for us, like the history is way long back. Yes, is it Christianity? Is it Hinduism? Is it Buddhism? Or is it Islam? Very good. I can see lots and lots of correct answers in the chat box. Yes, I hope that all of you are voting, everyone. I have voted my vote. And I can see majority of you are voting for the correct answer. Yes, if we end the poll, 80% of you have voted for the correct answer. And the correct answer is C, Buddhism. Right, and of course, so Buddhism was there in our country, right? During the Ashoka time, it got spread. And of course, lots of people actually adopted it, right? Of course, it becomes a religion. And many people adapted it as a religion. Especially, it went to the different parts of the world. And especially when we talk about the Sri Lanka, they actually were protected and fostered in their constitution. Very good. It was an interesting question, right? Very good, everyone. Okay. Moving ahead to the next question. Okay. Now, this question looks a little bit trickier, right? We have the image, right? And this question talks about, we have to read the data which is there and find out of children, right? Children of which state has attained maximum elementary education. Very interesting. I'm sure, if that's the case, you can zoom in a little bit. Right, you can zoom in a little bit. So we have Haryana, I'll tell you the stats. We have 3 states. We have Haryana, Kerala and Bihar, right? So from 2016 to 2019, per capita income is there in the first box. Then we have the infant mortality rate. Again, we are focusing on the maximum elementary school education, right? It's a very easy answer if you talk about it, right? Yes, if you look at the numbers only, there's one number which is kind of stand out all alone. Everywhere there's one number which is higher. Yes? Very good, everyone. Very good. And the correct answer over here is absolutely option number D, which is Kerala. Right? They have the highest maximum elementary school education, right, among these that we have over here. It's okay, Tanishq, if you, it could be that, you didn't actually, because the box that we have over here, you can go back and you can check in the sample paper itself. So in this particular box, there are 4 important subsections of that we have on the table. First is talking about the per capita income, okay? Then we have the infant mortality rate. Then, of course, we have the literacy rate. And then we have net attendance ratio. In that, 83 is the highest number. So that is what they're talking about. It attain maximum elementary education. So we can easily relate it with the attendance of the students. Very good. Yes, Anshul, absolutely correct. Questions, Sohani, are from the CBSE sample paper. Okay. Let's take a look at the next question, everyone. Here we have. I know economics can be a little bit, trickier, but I'm telling you it's very easy. We will make easy for you. Okay, don't worry. Okay. Again, everyone, we have question number 15 over here with us. What we have to do, we have to read the following data that we have on the text, right on the slide, and then we have to pick the correct option. So what we have educational achievement of the rural people of Uttar Pradesh. Specifically, they are focusing on one particular state, which is UP. And in that, we have 3 different columns we can see. We have categories, male and female. So literacy rate of rural people, in males it's 76%, female it's 54%. Literacy rate of rural children in a group of 10 to 14 is male 90% and female we have 87%. Percentage of rural children aged from 10 to 14 attending the school, we have 85 and 82. How much percentage of the girls are not attending school? Now, I hope that you got this question. Though it looks a little bit tricky, but it's really very simple maths, I would say. Yes? Come on, everyone. So basically, you have to find out that how much percentage of girls are not attending. Very good, very good. Yes, we have to minus 100% from the 82 percentage. Very good. And of course, the correct answer over here is option number D, 18 percentage. Super proud of you, everyone. See, maths is there everywhere. Yes, very good. The correct option over here is 18. Absolutely correct. How much girls are not attending the school? Of course, we have these data, right? So based upon that, we'll be able to find it out. Yes, awesome. Okay, with that, we're done with question 15, everyone. Yes, all of you should be very proud of you, right? Here we have the next question, everyone. I think it's a little bit trickier question. We just have to find the odd one out from the following option. I'll give you some time. Read the options carefully, and then you have to pick the basically odd one out. Ma'am, state board ke paper tough hote hain kya? Arya, it depends upon the state boards, right? Usually, like in when we talk about as compared to the CBSE, yes, the state board paper will be a little bit tough. Okay. Yes, everyone, we have to find the odd one out. In terms of the options, we have 4 options, and option A, they have mentioned about the tourist, guide, barber, tailor, potter, then we have teacher, doctor, vegetable, vendor and lawyer, then we have postman, cobbler, soldier and police constable, and then we have Indian Railways, Jet Airways, Metro and Doordarshan. Right, we have to find the odd one out over here. Why do you think it's the odd one out? That's easy. That's the answer that I want from you. Yes, I can see option numbers, which is correct. We can end the poll. Very good, everyone. Very, very good. Yes, we can end the poll, and the correct answer over here is option number D. More than 70% of you have voted, right, for the option number D. And why this is odd one out? Sorry, yeah, option number D is the correct answer, right? Doordarshan is definitely a channel. It's a TV channel. And the option number D, it has Indian Railway, Jet Airways, Metro, and basically these are the transportation mode that we have. Yes. And yeah, it's a tertiary sector also. It's private, is it? But what about the Indian Railway? So we'll talk in terms of the communication and the transport over here. Yes, absolutely correct. Okay, everyone. Okay, now let's move ahead to the question number 17. Okay. Yeah, we are talking about the sectors, and here we have everyone. We had a great class on the sectors, right? We have 3 different sectors and we have discussed in detail. So let's talk about over here, everyone. We have sector and then we have criteria used. So we have sectors, primary, secondary and tertiary. In that we have nature of economic activity. In the organized and unorganized, what we have? The question mark. Nature of employment, employment activity, nature of the social activities, nature of production activities, and nature of political activities. It's such an easy question, right? We have studied that there are 2 types of sectors. We have organized and unorganized sector. Yes, what is the nature that we have over there? And let me just quickly vote for the answer. It's an easy peasy answer. Okay, I can see few of you are getting distracted with the correct with the wrong options. Yes, we can end the poll. I can see lots of A in different fonts you all are writing. Very good, everyone. The correct answer is the nature of employment activities. Very good. It's the nature of the employment activities, right? Yes, of course, in organized, they will get the, pay slips. They have proper leaves. In unorganized, of course, there's nothing. There's no job security. There's nothing like that sort. The nature of the employment activities. Work can change anytime, right? Awesome, everyone. So we are done with this question number 17. Yes. My full name is Ankita Sharma. Okay. But that will not come in your examination. Okay. Question number 18, everyone. In front of you we have. Read the information given below and we have to select the correct option. The information we have over here. Rohan has taken a loan of 5 lakhs from a bank to purchase a house on 12% rate of interest. So for 5 lakh rupees a loan, he will be paying 12% interest, right? Because of course, he took the loan. He has to submit paper to new house. Sorry, he has to submit a paper of new house and salary records to the bank. What is the procedure called as? Interest rate, collateral, principal amount, or the installment? Oh, let's see if you have paid attention to those classes, right, everyone? Now, this is something which, of course, we talk in a general. I'm sure you would have heard about in your day-to-day time also. I'm sure if your parents are talking, of any of your friends and neighbors are talking about this, right? It's very easy for us to find the answer. Yes, I can see the correct answer, everyone. Yes. So basically what the bank will do, they'll give you the money, of course. Why they don't want? They will definitely give you the money, and the correct answer, as you have all said, it's option number D, collateral. Right? So bank, of course, want to have an assurance, right, that you will be able to pay that money back off. So what they'll do, they will actually see what they will do, they'll actually see the amount of the salary that you're getting, whether you'll be able to pay back, right? And based upon that, they will be deducting the money. And of course, you will actually allow them to deduct the money. But yeah, everything will be taken care in that particular way. Yes. And of course, it's something that will, the bank will be keeping as a security for you. They know that if something is not working, they always have the papers of your new house. Okay. So for example, if I come to you and I'll say, okay, you know what, I need 2 books of yours, right? And I really need it, and I'll give you back in, let's suppose, I'll give you back after my examination. But you will be like, okay, I don't trust you in that way. Even though I want to trust you, what if you don't give me? Okay, you give me 1 book of yours. I'll give you back when you'll give me my 2 books back. That sort of adjustment or deal that they have. Okay, I hope that it's clear. Yes, Rabbit Word. You will get the PDF on the Telegram. Very good, everyone. Okay, moving to question number 19. All of you, let's pay attention over here. And let's see the question over here, which is, which of the following international agency allow free trade and work on mutual trade between countries? A very, very easy question. See, when there's involvement of the organization, it's like 1. You just have to remember only 1 name for this particular thing. So which international agency is there that actually allow the free trade and of course the work on mutual trades between 2 countries? Both the countries have the mutual understanding. They will set up a guideline, set up a flow for the countries to follow, and that's how the trade will be happening. So very quickly, everyone. Yes. Rabbit Word, I took your name. 2nd time. Very good, very good, very good, Ananya. And the correct answer over here, as I can see, majority of you have voted for the option number A. Yes, World Trade Organization. Very, very simple name, right? World Trade Organization. T stands for trade, and of course, easy for us to find the answer. Yes, they are the one who will be actually checking on the rules and regulation, and they are the one who actually help in the trading process. Very good, everyone. Easy peasy, you got this answer. Okay, let's see the question number 20. Right, in MCQs. Here we have, you have to identify the correct statement about the globalization. Very, very important chapter that we have, right? I hope you have paid attention to all of this. Let's see which is the correct statement about the globalization. We have 4 statements. First is the removal of barriers by government. Second, foreign companies are allowed to set up factories. Third, has enabled all companies to increase their investment. Fourth, have lessened foreign investment and foreign trade. Which of these statements are correct? Please pick your answer. Please pick the correct answer, everyone. What is the correct statement over here about the globalization? Think about the globalization first. For example, if you have a company, right, and if you want to spread to the world, and if you want to trade with other countries, what you will do, right? What will the government will do in that way? Yes. Come on, everyone. What will be the correct answer? Very good. Yes, 56% of you have voted for the option number A, and which is absolutely correct. So first, and of course, is definitely there. The government will be removing the barriers, right? See, every government have a lot of rules and regulations that is there, right? Before a foreign companies or there's any investment that is coming to the country. Second, definitely first statement is absolutely correct. Second, of course, foreign companies are allowed to set up the factories. Now, of course, in our country, if you talk about, there are various foreign companies, right? I don't want to name out, but there are so many foreign companies who have set up their factories in our country where the manufacturing is happening, and of course, we get the branded products from that particular company, right? Now, of course, initially these big companies were there in different parts of the other countries, but due to the development that we have in our country, India, various companies are coming and setting up their factories, right? Yes, that's the biggest advantage that we have if we want to go global. Third point has enabled all companies to increase their investment. It cannot be the true, right? See, we haven't given the permission to all the companies, or in terms of globalization also, it's not that all the companies can increase their investment and come in and invest us. Okay? That's not correct. Fourth point, have less in foreign investment and the foreign trade. That's also incorrect. Okay, everyone? Yes. I hope that it's clear. Yes. Bonia. Yes. Okay. Hi, Rahul. Yes. Aditya. Okay, everyone. So, are we clear? Yes. So, accordingly, no, Shipra. Sipa, sorry. Yes. So, see again, has enabled, in terms of globalization, if we think of, have allowed all the companies to increase their investment? In terms of investment means, for example, any company from outside can come and invest. Do you think is it the correct way? No, right? Yes. So I know it's looked very tricky, but I hope that now we are correct, right? We will not allow any country or any company to come and invest. We will be looking for the credentials, we'll be looking at the company's history, we'll be looking at that whether they will be doing the right kind of trade and business with the company that we have in our country. Right? There has to be a certain set of guidelines that our government will be giving them. Right? So I'm sure you know that our own country's government have a certain set of guidelines which the other companies who are coming to our country has to follow. They have the proper wage system, leave system, working hours, have to follow the Indian rule and regulations. Then only they'll be able to do the business and trade in our country. Okay? Yes, Shikaitis. Okay. It's a CBSE sample paper. Okay. Everyone, are we clear? Quickly, thumbs up, everyone. I hope that all of you have hit the like button. As ma'am said that we need to have at least... Come on, ma'am. What was the target?
We gave them 100 likes. 81 is there.
Yes, come on, everyone. 81 is there, so we will. Come on. We need more likes, right? That's your way to show that you actually enjoy what we are doing, and it gives us motivation also. Right? So quickly ask your friends to join. Now we're done with the MCQs. The first part, the first section of the paper, which has 20 questions. Can you imagine? So we took 1 hour to finish this particular section, so you know how important this is. So please do not take MCQs as in lightly, mat lena. They're really very important, right? And we will be coming up with a series to make sure that you are covering the MCQs also. Very good, everyone. So now Aishwarya ma'am will be continuing with the section B. And please, all the best, everyone. Over to you, ma'am.
Yes, so with that, like how Ankita ma'am said, most often than not, we tend to take our MCQs very lightly, which is why it's super duper important that you all stay focused. Now I know, like ma'am said, it takes us 1 hour to finish just 20 questions, and now we're left with 17 questions. But in that 17 also we have internal options that we have to discuss, right? So what I'm going to do is I will discuss section B and I will discuss section C, okay? And once I finish these two, I will give you a 5 to 10 minute break, alright? So we'll take a break in between, we'll stop for some time, right? And then we will go ahead. Okay, ma'am, I'm not prepared for economics test. See, don't worry. At the end of the day, you know, you will always have it together. So don't worry. Ma'am, your voice is too loud. I know that is there. No, I'm a very loud person. So you can just go ahead. Ma'am, how long is this particular section? It is 2 marks. Okay. And we have 4 questions, but we'll also discuss the internal ones. So let's try to wind this up in maybe 10 minutes. maximum 15 minutes. Okay, we'll not spend too much time, but this right here is your subjective question, so it's important that you go through the pointers. And for a lot of you who have your pre-boards of social sciences in the next coming week, this will definitely help you out, trust me. Okay, when we tell you, when Ankita ma'am and I are telling you this is going to be helpful, just pay attention. Okay, nothing else you need to do. Okay, so now here you need to write down. So this is question number 21, everybody. Analyze any two factors that were responsible for the Great Depression in America during 1929. So we're talking about any two factors that led to the Great Depression, right? So very quickly, everybody, can you let me know what are the reasons? Quickly in the chat. Yes? अगर कल pre-board है तो आप आज practice कर लो. Yes, very good. Lot of answers coming in. Okay. Yes, crash of Wall Street exchange. All right, very good. What else? Potato famine. Okay, agricultural excess production of food. Exactly. So there is excess production of food. What else? Overproduction of agriculture. Yes, okay, that is agricultural overproduction, and we also know that there were some at times, right? We also know that there were reasons wherein even though food was getting produced, we know that it was produced at large number, but because of the Great Depression, right? We also know that it was sold at low prices, right? Prices were fallen, and as a result, we know that due to the depression, it not only affected the agricultural field, it also affected employment, income, trade, everything was affected, right? So you need to write any 2 points. Now, as per your marking scheme, if you see, these are the pointers that are accepted, okay? So your keywords would be agricultural overproduction, like you have told me, and falling prices. You can write about the crash of Wall Street exchange, right? And again, this is a continuation of it, how farmers try to expand their production, but of course, at the end of the day, because of the large volume of produce in the market, its prices were pushed down. And then you can also talk about how there were many investments which were there as loans, right, in the US. And we also know that the countries were dependent on US for loans. So this is one more pointer you can write down. You can write about how there was crash in that, right? So there was withdrawal of loans, which again affected and progressed the Great Depression, right? So you can write down these 2 pointers and any other relevant points. Now these are all the pointers as mentioned by your marking scheme. You don't need to write 5, 6 of it. You only need to write any 2 out of this, right? Which is why in your marking scheme, when you see, they say any other relevant point, right? So any other relevant point, you have to just mention 2 out of it, okay? So 2 out of the ones I have mentioned on screen is what you need to know. So make a note of it. Don't write all of it, okay? And don't write stories either. Just get to the point very quickly, okay? Yes. Now let's move on to the next one. Mention the provisions that constitute India into a secular country. What makes our country a secular country? You need 2 pointers on that. Yes? So quickly, everybody, can you tell me what are the provisions or what tells our country that, you know what, it's a secular country? What makes it? Very good. Yes, there is no official religion, right? We know that there is no official religion. Then what else? One more point should be there. Yes, very good. All right. No religion is an official religion. Very good. What else can you write about it? This becomes only 1 point of yours. For this is for 2 marks, right? Okay. No official language. Okay. Yes. Does not promote. Yes. Constitution prohibits discrimination. You have the freedom to practice any religion, right? Very good. Yes. Very good. So now you're all on the right track. So we know that secularism is an idea that constitutes one of the foundations of our country, right? We always say that. And we know that there is no official religion in any Indian state, and it does not give any special status to any particular religion. And the Constitution provides all individuals and communities the freedom to practice and propagate the religion that they believe in, right? And it also prohibits discrimination on the grounds of religion. So don't just say that, ma'am, it is discrimination, right? You should specify discrimination on what basis. That must be mentioned, okay? And you can also mention about how at times the constitution allows the state to intervene in matters of religion to ensure equality, right? So this is something that you will have to write. So are we clear, everybody? Are we clear with these points? All of you told me, ma'am, no official religion, but you need to elaborate either, right? Mention the provisions. And if it is for 2 marks, then write 2 points only, no need stories, okay? So here is everything that you need for this. And as they mentioned, any other relevant point can be mentioned, provided it is not going to be too elaborate, okay? So are we clear, everybody? Are we clear with this? Shall we move on to the next one? Shall we move on? Okay, very good. This is a super easy one. Suggest any 2 ways to conserve energy resources in India. Any 2 ways of conserving energy resources. So here you can mention any 2 as per what you believe in. And this is such an easy question. From 5th standard we've been learning about it. From 5th grade we've been taught about conservation of energy, right? So this is not going to be something so new also. Yes, very good. Using public transport system instead of individual vehicles, using electric vehicles to minimize pollution, turn off electrical appliances when they are not in use. Yes, very good. What else? Switch to cleaner fuels like solar or wind, or switch to renewable sources of energy, right? Switch to solar energy. Yes, very good. Switch off lights, everything not needed. Switch to unconventional. Yes, very good. You are all correct. So you can start off by saying promote conservation of energy and increase the use of renewable sources like solar, wind energy and hydroelectric. And when we are using the other sources or electricity or whatever it may be, we need to be more cautious. We need to be more careful about how we use it judiciously. Earlier we were always told use your fossil fuels judiciously. But we are at a point of time where even in that judicious use we need to be careful, right? So that is why cautious use of judicious use of energy. Okay, that is what we mean by it. Then of course using public transport system instead of individual vehicles, switching off electricity when not needed, using power saving devices, and switching to non-conventional sources, which kind of goes along with the lines of using renewable sources, right? So these are all the pointers out of which you should write any 2 points, but it's at the tip of your finger, so this is very easy. Now in this particular question you have an internal option, right? So you either go back to writing about any 2 ways of conserving energy sources in India, or we switch to writing about any 2 ways to improve the usage of solar energy. So in this question number 23, you have an internal option, right? So whichever you are more confident and comfortable with, you need to write that, okay? Remember, for which you know the answer very clearly, pick this particular process, okay? How can we improve the usage of solar energy? Use solar cooker, okay, but then we're talking about how to improve the usage. So we are not telling what are the benefits of using solar energy, but how can we make it easier to use? If it was so easy to use solar energy, why have we not switched entirely? There are some drawbacks, there are some limitations. You need to think about those, right? Yes, very good, ma'am. Installation process. Yes, reducing cost of solar panels. Very good. What else? What else? Installation, reducing cost. More along the lines you have got it, right? Yes. So we know that first and foremost is reducing the cost of solar panels, like how all of you have told me. And use of efficient solar panel models. Right now the kind of models that we have are not very efficient, right? Which is why we need to switch to an efficient mode. Process of installation must become easy and avoid installing solar panels in shaded areas. Now we know that for a solar panel to work or to provide and make sure that we get good amount of solar energy, we must have exposure to sunlight. If it is built in shaded regions where there's not direct exposure, then we know that it's not going to work efficiently, right? Which is why any 2 out of the 4 that I have discussed, if you write, you will get 2 out of 2 marks, okay? But think about it. Nobody is asking you benefits of solar energy. They're asking you how to improve, okay? So that is what you need to write. Yes, all right. Very good, everybody. Very good. Moving on. In what ways can the government increase the employment in rural areas? So simply put, how can we employ or how can we empower our rural sector? We want to empower them. We want to bring them up. So what can we do? That is what you need to write in this. So think about it. See, think about it logically and attempt this question. It's going to become very simple and easy, right? And in the meanwhile, if a lot of you have just joined the class, if this is the first time you are encountering BYJU'S 9 and 10th grade channel, please do not forget to like this video. Do not forget to share this video with your friends, right? And the most important thing is to stay subscribed to our channel. So that is super duper important, right? Yes, very good. By setting up new projects, okay, setting up industries, implementing, Janvi, all right, I think there's some error there. Introducing tertiary services like hospitals, setting up industries so that it opens up opportunities for employment, promoting tourism, very good. Yes. So if you think about it, you open up more of mega projects, right? Or huge projects such as dam building or construction of canals, so that this provides employment opportunities, right? So we know that this provides employment opportunities. Now, along with this, it is also important to identify and promote the local settings that are there. Yes. So local industries and to locate industries and services in semi-rural areas that can be set up, and promoting tourism, regional crafts, wherein, you know, a lot of these cottage industries and all of that is promoted, right? And also important to set up more processes with respect to agriculture and introducing tertiary facilities in the area, right? Yes, introducing new projects, setting up industries, very good. So these are ways in which we can employ them or empower them. So here again, any 2 if you write, you will get 2 marks, okay? And with this, if you see, I told you, in 10 to 15 minutes, we will finish section B. Are we feeling confident about section B questions now? Are we feeling confident? Can you give me a thumbs up in the chat? Are we feeling confident now? Slowly. If you are somebody who felt ki, ma'am, I was not feeling very sure of SST, are we feeling better as we go through the questions together? Yes? So section A and section B are now feeling good, right? Everybody's like, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. Now I'm feeling confident. Now section C is a little tricky, okay? Section C, and that is something that Ankita ma'am and I always tell you. Section C is the tricky part because it is the 3-mark questions, okay? 3-mark pe questions are in such a way that I don't know if I should write 4 points, should I just write 3 points? If I write 3 points, which are the 3 points I'm going to write, right? So this right here is going to be something that we need to discuss. But before that, bachas, very quickly make sure that you like this video. Ma'am, have we hit 100 likes? No, we have not hit 100 likes. What is this, guys? Jaldi, jaldi. Hit the like button and then I'm going to move ahead to section C. Quickly. Make sure that you like the video. Do not forget to like and share this with your friends, okay? 3 more likes and we'll have 100 likes. Everybody, quickly. Yes, thank you, Royal Gaming. Madhu, like you know, you always ask me, ma'am, Hindi mein you talk. I always tell you, I can talk to you in Hindi, I have no problem. But at the end of the day, how are you writing your answers? You will write it in English, no? And then later you'll tell me, ma'am, I'm struggling with English. So the best way to practice your English is also with me and Ankita ma'am. So make sure that you always make sure that, we learn and, study in English. Wherever you are struggling a little bit, you tell me, I will explain that part in Hindi, okay? Very good. We have hit 100 likes. Yes. Now we will move on to section C, okay? Now, this is a little bit of elaboration to do. How was the social and political situation of India affected by the First World War? We need to explain this, yes? So we need to write about how was the social and political situation in India affected. Okay. Oh, thank you, Alone. Thank you so much. Ma'am, will we do map work also? Of course, we will do map work. What is sample paper solving without map work? So, till the end. Section F is map work, so you will have to stay till the end, okay? Yes, unemployed, it affected the social and economic conditions, led to huge increase in defense expenditure because at the end of the day, when we're talking about war, a lot of money is going to be spent on it. Exactly, fuzzies. Custom duties are going to be there. Villagers were forced to be a part of it. Okay. So I have become a little big on screen. Can we make me a little small? Yes, thank you. Okay, very good. Yes. So when you think about it, it's as simple as this. In your marking scheme, they've given you a very fancy one, but it's very easy, okay? So we know that during the World War, which started around 1914, we know that it resulted in a lot of changes in the economic and political situation, wherein our country faced a lot of problems. 4 or 5 things you need to remember is on your screen. Defense expenditure increased, because if it's war, that means money will go in war, no? And we know that as a result, income tax, because now you need to raise money. If you need to have war and you need to spend money for war, you also need to raise that kind of capital and have that money. That is where custom duties and income tax was introduced. Now at the same time, we also saw that in different parts of the country, our country was facing issues in food, right, and cultivating food, resulting in food shortage. And as a result, because there's not enough food, the existing food that was there, the price was increased and the money was doubled, right? And here we know that the villagers were recruited forcefully in the army, right? So here you need to write 3. So how was the social and political situation affected? You need to write at least 3 points, maximum 4 points. Is this a 3-marker question, Akshu? Yes, it is a 3-marker question, right? So here you need to write any 3 points which are relevant, right? So when you're talking about it, make sure that they are 3 different points. You shouldn't start writing about agriculture and you write 3 points on agriculture and you say, ma'am, I wrote 3 points. No, it means that you write about agriculture, you talk about forceful recruitment in the army, talk about how it affected the investment and the money, no? That is something that you need to know, okay? Yes. Ma'am, late ho gaya, agar aapko late ho gaya to koi nahi, it's okay, right? You can come back and watch it, right? So it's okay. Ma'am, can we combine and write 3 points all together? You can do that. But again, like I told you, when you're writing about agriculture, you can write collectively about agriculture. For example, if I go back, these 2 points you can club and write as 1 point, okay? And again, when you talk about money here, this could be something you could write as 1 point. This is something you can write as 1 point. So you can club it and write it. That is not a problem. But nonetheless, they are looking for 3 specific pointers. What I'm trying to say is don't write only about agriculture and keep and say, ma'am, done. Okay, that is what I don't want you to do. Okay, very good. Yes. Moving on to the next question. So here we have an internal choice. Okay, question number 25 as an internal choice. The next part of it again comes from your nationalism in India. How did Indian merchants and industrialists relate themselves to the civil disobedience movement? We need to explain this. Yes? क्लास 9 की भी लाइफ चल रही है, हाँ जरूर लाइफ चल रही है, बट कोई नहीं, राइट? इफ यू आर डांस व्लॉगर इन ग्रेड 10, you come to grade 10. Why you need to worry about grade 9? You be in grade 10 and you learn, okay? Yes, all right. So everybody quickly, can you tell me, we are talking about merchants and industrialists. Because when we talk about civil disobedience movement, we know that different sects of people, right, groups of people got affected in a different way. But here specifically, how did the merchants and industrialists be involved? That is what you need to write. Okay? Yes, protection against import of goods. Yes, okay. Okay, a lot of you are giving me answers. Now what happened after World War I? Right? So after World War I, all these merchants and all of them, they wanted to expand their business, right? And now they saw the civil disobedience movement as a way in which they could use it to their benefit, no? So what did they say? They were like, you know what? I want to expand my business, and they reacted against the colonial policies or the policies implemented by the British, wherein their activities or their business activities was now restricted, right? What did they want to do? A lot of you were telling me, no? You were like, ma'am, they were against import of foreign good, right? They were against import of foreign goods, and they wanted to make sure that the way they were trading off, right, the rupee versus whatever foreign exchange that was happening, they wanted to discourage that. The way in which the trading was happening, they were not quite happy with it. And of course, to organize their interests, what did they do? They formed the FICCI, right? Kind of like how you have BCCI, FICCI, you can just think of it that way. So this is a federation of the Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industries, wherein it was led by leading industrialists like Purushottam Das, Thakur Das and G.D. Birla, wherein they were like, you know what, they provided financial assistance but refused to buy or sell imported goods, right? And we know that most of them wanted to do their trading without any colonial restraint, right? So that is the main thing. How did they react, or how did they relate themselves to it? Because with the civil disobedience movement, wherein they wanted not to promote a lot of foreign goods, this is how they contributed, right? So you need to write any 3 out of 5 points that we have discussed. You can club points and write, but the key words that I have underlined in the previous slides are things that need to be there on your answer paper. If that is missing, then gone. Marks are going to be cut, okay? So look for the keywords, make sure you underline the keywords and you keep it, okay? All right, everybody. Hello, TGB. Hello. Okay? So we're moving on to question number 6. Yes? Question number 6 on your screens. Examine the factors that influence the distribution pattern of railway network in India. Now we're talking about how the railway lines, right, or how the railway network that is there, no? How that can be distributed, what influences. So now if you look at it, there's a certain way in which the railways are distributed and there's a certain way in which the tracks are done. So what are the factors that influence it? That is something that you need to write. Ma'am, do we solve this on paper? You can solve it later on, right? But at the same time, what you need to do is, I would always say you make a note of it in your textbook. Exactly, topography. Main thing is topography and climate, right? These are the 2 things that are there. But now I have a thing for you. Topography and climate is very generic, no? For 3 marks, if you write topography and climate, are you going to get marks? 3 marks may, you will write topography and climate and you'll be like, ma'am, physical features, topography, climate, all of this influences distribution pattern of railway network. This is my answer. Are we going to get 3 marks? No, you'll not get 3 marks. So what has CBSE suggested for this? What do we do to make sure that we get it? Explain these pointers, that is on topography and climate, by giving examples. So when you're talking about level of terrain, whether it's low plains, high plains, right? Whether it's mountainous or whether it is, desert, you give examples. So you can talk about how in the northern plains, right, we know that the land is level, there's high population density, and there is a lot of agricultural resources which favors development of railways, right? But at the same time, as you know, there are some restrictions in northern plains. Now, when we talk about Himalayan regions or in hilly areas, we know that the tracks are laid through low hills or there are tunnels which are built, but nonetheless, it is very difficult to lay railway lines in hilly terrains. Similarly, when we talk about deserts, we know that again with deserts, it is a sandy plain which also makes it very difficult to develop it. And maybe in the swamps or in forest regions, again, there are restrictions that come. Right? So that is something that you need to explain in detail. Ma'am, can we highlight these lines in boards? Because I want to show the examiner what I like to show him, not what he likes to read. There are 2 aspects to this alone. There are 2 things. If you underline what you want to show, see, there are keywords and there are important pointers in the exam, okay? Now, there are specific things. An answer key, if you see your marking scheme for any exam paper that is made, is with key pointers. That means if these things are there, that is based on which your marks are going to be done. And if you write it in a presentable manner, you put it in a proper presentable manner, which we will discuss later on how to structure your answers for social sciences as well. If you're able to do it properly, then trust me, underline the important pointers. It should not just be on personal preference, okay? So that is something you should know. Okay, very good. Yes, there are low plains and high plains. So all these pointers on topography, climate, physical features need to be explained with examples. And only if you have the examples are you going to get your 3 marks. So please make a note of it. If a generic kind of question comes, especially with respect to geography, make sure that you write it with examples, okay? Best way for it is to do examples. Yes? Are we clear, everybody? Are we clear? Quickly, after we wind this section, see, I'll be giving you a break. So I know a lot of you are extremely tired. So don't worry. Just a few more questions and then we'll take a break. And then we will get fresh into the next set of questions. All right? Okay. Now let's move on to the next one. This is an easy question. In what ways are multinational corporations different from other companies? Okay, explain with examples, right? So we need to talk about how maybe with respect to an Indian maybe a national company, how is an MNC different, right? That is something you need to write. So we know that MNC is nothing but a multinational corporation that is there, and we know that this owns or controls production of goods in more than one nation, right? So in multiple nations, that's why multinational, right? So one of the important things that you need to do is you have to do a comparison, okay? So they're not directly telling you, okay? So what they're trying to tell you is with respect to a domestic company, that means a national company, something that runs within India, if you think about it, we know that a domestic company is restricted their operations, their functioning to that country only. So always think about a country that has many headquarters all over the world versus a company that has an headquarters only in India. The operations are restricted to this company, while in an MNC, it can expand to more than 2 companies. And you can take an example of Infosys, right? And we know that in the case of MNCs like Infosys, they will expand globally, right? And mainly for newer markets, for cheaper resources, whatever the reason may be. But again, we know that in the case of a domestic company, they are restricted. And we know that this benefits the risks, right? This benefit also increases the risk that is faced, okay? Now, on the other hand, we also know that financial management is very different in an MNC with respect to that of a domestic company, right? And on the other hand, when we know that unlike their domestic financial management, we know that they are subject to exchange rates that differ. Okay, lot of heavy language. Okay, so I'll make it simple for you. One thing, operations, let's do a comparison. You have a domestic company and then you have an MNC. So first is operation. So operation here is restricted. This can expand globally, right? Now at the same time, when you look at the market, here again market is restricted to few, but here the market is bigger for them. Now on the other hand, when you think about it, we also see that there is more opportunities for trading here, and here again we see that there are certain restrictions, right? So here again the way they manage their money is different in an MNC with respect to a domestic company. So if you look at it financially on a trading front, and when you look at it at how they can expand, that is how you are able to write your answer. So are we clear with this point on how an MNC is better? Are we clear? Are we clear with this, or we are like, ma'am, I have lost you. It's just gone above my head. Exactly. क्या अलग चल रहा है क्लास में? आपको पता है कि the chat moderator will block you, no? Do you want that to happen? Do you want me to get a little more serious? Because you don't want that, no? Ma'am, it went above my head. See, I understand this is a little tricky one because they've used a lot of heavy language, right? So in this case, when you think about it, compare it with a domestic company. With respect to what? You need to compare it with respect to their operations. You need to compare it as to how expanding globally helps an MNC. So they'll have new places, new markets, or new places to sell their product, which also improves money and revenue, right? And we also know that sometimes if they are expanding, they might get cheaper resources, right? So if I need some raw materials, or if I need maybe some people to work for me, and if I go someplace else, I might be able to hire for cheaper, right? So that is one more thing. Now at the same time, financial management, that means the way an MNC will handle their pesa will be very different from the way maybe a company in India will handle the money and manage the money. Because the expenditure for what a person in India will spend their money for will be very different from an MNC, right? The money will be different. Now last one which says is that unlike, again, multinationals are subject to exchange rates that differ based on prevailing inflation in foreign countries where they operate. That means that an MNC which has base in multiple, which is expanding to different countries, no? What happens is that the way they sell and buy, what is exchange and selling and trading? That is buying and selling, no? All the money at which they will do this is different. So in one country, there might not be an inflation, so the prices might be lower. In some places, it will be higher. But the company will be impacted by inflation that happens in different parts of the world. But at the same time, if you think about it, no? In India, if I have a company which is running and I'm only selling in India, right? My worry will only be about whether the price, if I have to buy something or sell something, I should only be worried about one country, that is my country. But if I am an MNC, then I should be worried about where I am having inflation. Like, okay, in this part of the world, inflation is happening, so then this product might get affected. So that is something that you need to know, right? Are we clear? Are we clear, everybody? For those of you who are very new and you have just joined, please make sure that you like this video. Do not forget to subscribe. Ma'am, can I say that a domestic company can later become an MNC? Yes, you can write. Okay? Yes, you can do that. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. Very good. Now we will move on to the next one. All right? Alone, please don't, I don't know if you're a boy or a girl, but please don't make sure that you don't distract the chat, right? Coming on to question number 28, everybody, on your screens. Differentiate between a democratic and a non-democratic government. Very simple. Think about two things. What is a non-democratic government? Maybe a monarchy, right? Or it could be dictatorship. Yes. What is a democratic country? That is just nothing but our country, India. Now compare these two and write it down. Okay? Take an example in your heads to write down what is the difference between the two, right? Yes, quickly can you tell me what is the difference? Now this is a very simple question, but it's a very important one also. Yes, very good, Satyanarayan. We know that in a democratic in a democratic government, we know that the people's voices are heard, right? Yes. Everybody, no distractions in the chat. You know me. I'm very, very serious. You will get blocked. And I swear that I do not want to be stern with all of you. But because we're solving a sample paper, I need all of you to stay focused in class. Okay? So Kushi, Aisha, Rahul, all of you, I need you to stay focused. Very good, Prince. We know that it is in a democracy, we know that people have equal right to vote. There is freedom of press. Very good. Yes. So basically, if you were to compare, we know that people, exactly, right? We know that they have decision-making power, right? And they have the ability to elect their representatives. And they will be the ones who will be representing them in the government. While in a non-democratic government, like a dictatorship, you learned about Nazism in your 9th grade, right? So if we think about it, we know that power is inherited by a ruler in the case of monarchy, or the power is taken by force by a dictator, right? So that is something. Exactly. Very good. People have equal rights, allows rooms. Very good. They have the decision-making power. Yes. So here are the people who come into power. So we elect our representatives, they come into power, we know that they are subjected to the law, right? We have an independent judiciary system. While here in a non-democratic government, rulers are superior and above the law, okay? So the law is not there. Yes, exactly. Capable person, gets voted by the people. Yes. People can ask the government by debate to rule. Yes, very good. And one more thing is that rights and freedom is respected and laws are enforced, while here it is restricted. So these are the pointers that you need to write, and at the end of it, you can write an example also. Example of a democratic government, countries that have a democratic government, and what non-democratic government include, right? So you can talk about monarchy, dictatorship, all of that you can mention, okay? It's very simple and easy, right? 4 points, 4 marks, 3 to 4 marks you will get very easily, yes? Now in your marking scheme, of course, you had a very complicated way of the way in which they have represented, but the same thing, whatever we have discussed, right? So conflicts are resolved through debate and discussion. Democratic government provides dignity and freedom without any restriction. Minority and majority come together. And of course, these are the relevant points that you need to know, right? So this is something that you will have to write, okay? So shall we move on? Shall we move on, everybody? I think the chat is stuck on my screen, right? I think it is stuck. So 1 minute, everybody. Let me just open it. Okay, all right. Okay, yes, it's fine now. All right, everybody. So shall we move on to question number 29? Okay. Ma'am, can we make table to differentiate? Yes. Ma'am, China comes under which? It's a little tricky with China, right? Because the way they have their, the government is structured very differently. So I will not make a comment per se. But yes, can we scroll up? There was somebody who had a doubt. So I just want to take that. Yes. Okay, all right. All right, everybody. So I think we are good to go. Yes, yes. Ma'am, economics PYQ. Yes, Ankita ma'am will be coming live with the economics and, political science PYQ very soon. So don't worry, guys. We are going to have you covered. So don't worry, right? So all you need to do is to just subscribe to our channel, like this video, stay with us, and whatever we are promising you, we are delivering it to you, right? Because we have got it covered. Okay? So now moving on. Tertiary sectors is different from other sectors. Justify this statement with suitable arguments. What do you think is the correct answer here? Yes? Ma'am, give timetable. Soon we'll be giving it to you. So for January also, like by next week, of course, for your SST, we'll also be covering your history PYQs. But along with that, we'll be telling you more. Okay? Ma'am, how long will this class last? Another 1 hour it will be there. Okay? 1 more hour it will be there. Yes, very good. So tertiary sector is nothing but it's the basic service sector that is there, wherein we know primary and secondary. Mainly your sectors are primary, secondary, tertiary. So primary and secondary are your production and sectors which produce, right? Yes, they will be producing, while tertiary sector is your service sector. And they help you in developing your primary and secondary sector. And we know that this mainly assists, right? We'll not say that they come under, but they assist in the production process and helps like transport, banking, communication, all of it. And your tertiary sector provides for a lot more employment, right? Exactly. Due to income level, there is more demand in services. Exactly. And we know that at the end of the day, when they are, of course, when you have so many services that are there, it provides more employment opportunities as well, right? Okay, all right. So these are some of the pointers that you need to mention. And with this, if you see any 3 pointers, but again, don't sit and elaborate the same point, but any 3 pointers will help you out, okay? So with this, if you see, we have finished section C also. How are we feeling now? We have done section A, section B, section C. Yes? So are we clear now? Are we feeling good? Are we feeling good? Are we feeling confident about our SST preparation? Yes? Ma'am, I'm boy. Okay, thank you alone. Feeling confident about some chapters. Yes, that is what we want, right? So that is what we want. Now, some of you are like, I'm very happy. Yes, must feeling. That is what we are looking for, no? So with these things, the more we practice questions, and trust me, sample paper will give you a good insight of how your board exam is going to be, no? So the more and more you practice these kind of questions, the more and more you will feel confident. And even if it is step by step, like how Sheepa is telling me, ma'am, thoda sa, that is good. That is good that you are feeling it now, so that by January end, no, all SST will be in the tip of your fingers, okay? Now, I know a lot of you will tell me, ma'am, no break, but it's important that you take a break, okay? So I am going to give you 5 minutes of break time, after which Ankita ma'am will come and she's going to continue with section D, okay? So please make sure that you take some break, drink some water, walk around a little, stretch yourself up, okay? Full stretch, and then we'll get started, okay? Ma'am, no break, I know, but take a break. Trust me, it will help you. Alright? So everybody, 5-minute break. 8:45, Ankita ma'am will start again. Alright? Yes.
Hello everyone. Good evening and welcome back everyone. So the break time is over. Are you ready for the next section? Yes. Good afternoon. Sorry, good evening everyone. Yeah, I don't know why it said good afternoon. All the light and all your energy. It doesn't seem like that we are in night. Yes. No, I thought you need more break. That's why. Like, yeah, हाँ, बच्चे बहुत थके हुए हैं. They need a little bit more break. Yes. So are you ready everyone? All of you? Come on, tell me, are all of you are ready? Yes, yes, yes. Ask your friends to quickly join the session. We said no break. I know. You guys are real. You are, are full of energy. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, everyone. So let's get started, right? Now, what were the section that we left with a kind of a very big and hefty section? Yes? So, we'll be starting with section D, which has, of course, you know that it has 5 marks question and total number of questions we have is 4. So, we'll have 4 questions of 5 marks and the total will be for the 20 marks. And I'm telling you, it's the easiest section to gain marks from. Ready with the answers? Very good. Chalo then. Right, let's get started everyone. So here we have question number 1. It's a super important section. And यहाँ पे we have lots of options. मतलब individual questions we will have options, okay? Let's see everyone. So this particular question, which is question number 30, right? What we have over here is that we have to highlight, right? We have to highlight various measures and practices that French revolutionized. Okay, the French people actually took to introduce to create a sense of collective identity amongst the French people. Now, as you all are saying you are ready with the answer, please do tell me the answer. Yes? Come on everyone. Yes, very good, very good. What do you think about? Yes, very good, Ankush. Akush. The idea of, yes, the father and the citizenship, right? Wow, very nice. Badhiya. So this question is really important. Yes, there was introduction, the tricolor flag. Yes, very good, very good. What else? So the 2 things we have talked about, the citizen and the father, right? Then of course the tricolor flag. Kind of new rhymes were written, right? Then of course new uniforms were also introduced. Awesome everyone. So here we have few important points that we will be writing in the examination. First of course the idea of the fatherland, right? And of course the citizen were made into the notion so that the people can relate to the nation, right? They can actually come together, come united and then can actually form a community and they start thinking about the nation altogether. That's a very important first point. Second important point, as many of you are already mentioning about the tricolor flag, right? So they had the French flag and it has different 3 colors that was chosen to replace the royal standard flag, right? That was really very important then. Third point, talk about the estate journals were selected by the body and of the active citizen and renamed as a national assembly. This is very, very important and crucial point. Then of course new hymns were written and other important compositions were created so that the people can actually relate more. जो पुराना था वो पुराना छोड़ दिया. They actually created something new for the people so that they can understand that they are a part of a new thing, right? Talking more about, see what we have. A centralized administration system was also put into place, right, to formulate the uniform. See, uniform laws were also introduced. Kind of a same type of uniform, ठीक है? ताकि सब लोगों को एक जैसा लगे. Then internal custom duties and due to the abolish of the uniform system of weight and measures were adapted and of course regional delegates were discouraged in French as it was spoken and written in Paris because a common language of the nation. This is how we have the French language. Okay? Very good everyone. Are we clear? Yes. Everyone, I hope that it's clear. Yes. Please. Namaste everyone. I hope that all of you are clear. So it's a 5 marks question. You have to write 5 points. When the 5 marks a question, the 5 points are bare minimum that you have to write. And of course in the CBSE sample paper, what they have mentioned, any 5 points, right, that you can mention. And apart from that, any relevant point. So here we have total points are 7 points, out of which you can just write any 5 points and you will have the marks. Are we clear? Yes, come on everyone. Are we clear with this? Very, very good. Very good everyone. Yes, awesome. Awesome everyone. Yes, I hope that all of you can see me clearly. Yes, let's focus everyone over here. Okay. Yes, very good everyone. Let's just stay focused everyone, and please do make sure to hit the like button for the video. Yes, okay. So, yahan pe in this question you have one or also. There's another part of this question. So, of course, it's from the history chapter, and of course, we have one more question over from here. So, we have to highlight the role of Otto von Bismarck in making of Germany. Such an interesting question, a very direct question, right everyone? Right? बहुत ही direct question we have over here. So we just have to highlight the role. We have one individual and we just have to highlight its role, what he did. Simple as that. And we will have the 5 marks. So the important thing what he did was he took the leadership of the Persia, right? And of course, Russia, not the Persia, don't confuse over there. Then of course took the leadership of the movement and of course made sure that he is taking a part of it. He fought various wars during that particular time. 7 years, 3 wars, right? It's a very, very big thing. So, and of course he was chief minister and was the architect also, of course, made sure that, you know, how the army and other people in the company all together, like in him, is under his, you know, leadership are working together. He fought 3 wars over the 7 years and of course with Austria, Denmark and France and ended with the victory. And of course when at that particular time, if a king is winning a war, yeah, he's like some kind of legend. So of course he contributed to that particular part also. Apart from these 3 important points, we have 2 more important points which talks about that in the year 1871, right, the king William I was proclaimed German emperor and of course the ceremony held, right? Please remember the name where it held and of course in the same year the assembly, the comprising of the prince of the German state, they represented the army and other things were taken care of. Everyone, are we clear? Yes, come on, are we clear with this? Right? So these are the major contribution. What do you think? It's a surname of the end name of the person, right? He was an amazing fighter. He was an amazing leader. And under his leadership only, right? Of course, he fought many wars and he won wars, right? And it actually helped in the contribution in making of the Germany also. Very good, everyone. So again, it's a 5 marks question. So they will be, the examiner, right, in the examination, in the CBSE board examination will be expecting you to write at least bare minimum of 5 points. Do not write less than 5 points and please do not repeat your points. As Aishwarya ma'am already told you, it's not that if you don't know the answer, don't repeat the 2 points and make them 6. No, there's no point and sense to it. Please make sure to remember the points. These points are really very easy. Look at them. Such an easy points, right? And it's a kind of, for example, it's like you know this person and you're writing about its contribution or you're writing about that how he did what he did. Simple as that. So when you're reading about any of the individual, right, in the history or like if you're studying about any of the other person, make sure to remember as a story. He's a person, what he did. And that's what they'll be asking you to write in the examination. Awesome. So you have to write any 5 points and you will have the 5 marks. Are we clear with this, everyone? Come on. Phew, I just need your half an hour. Let's just finish the class by 9:30, right? You will be getting the PDF of this particular PPT that we have, right? I will be sharing the PPT on the Telegram. So both me and Aishwarya ma'am will share the PPT on the Telegram. Okay, awesome. With this, everyone, we are done with the 5 marks. And super proudly, we can move to the next question. Now again, it's a question from the geography. It also have or over here. So all of these questions, 5 marks question, have a choice that we have. Yes. Manufacturing sector is considered as a backbone of general and economic development. Okay, examine the statement in the context of India. Very easy question, I would say. See, the 5 marks questions are really very easy in sense that they will be asking you a very direct question. There's no twisting and turning of the words over here. It's a very straightforward questions. right? So let's see how we can, right? So we have the manufacturing sector, which is considered as the backbone of the general and the economic development. You have to examine the statement in the context of India. How these things actually helping in the context of India. Very good. I can see the proximity of the jute produced areas. It provides employment. Very good. What else, everyone? Simple question, right? It increases the urbanization. Absolutely correct. If we have more of manufacturing sector, right? If we have more and more of manufacturing sector industries, what they will be helping in giving the backbone to our country's economic growth. Absolutely correct. So let's see the important points that you can write in the examination. First, of course, it talks about the manufacturing industries help in modernizing the agriculture, right? So we have these manufacturing industries or the factories that actually help in modernizing the agriculture. We know that it's really very important. It actually helps in reducing the heavy dependency on the people on agricultural income by providing them jobs in the secondary and the tertiary sector. So if there is a farmer, right? Just imagine if there is a farmer. He is doing the farming for us, let's suppose 4 months. Then the remaining months, he can actually work in the industry and can earn, can save a little and can actually invest more in the agriculture. So again, it will be beneficial for the Indian economy. Then we have it actually help in basically reducing the unemployment and poverty from our country. The fourth point talks about it actually help in reducing the regional disparity by establishing industries for the tribal and the backward people also. So as and we have more and more manufacturing sectors and the industries, so many people will come here and work, right? So it will be helping to break that barrier also. We will be providing the livelihood not just to the people who are living in the cities, but of course to the tribal and the backward people also. Fifth point talks about export of manufactured goods, expand trades and commerce. This is the easiest, right? The more we produce, just imagine everyone, if we have more manufacturing sectors or industries, the more we produce, we can actually import it outside, right? Sorry, export it outside. Clear? We can sell it to the outside world, and of course, that's how the trade will increase, and of course, our country's economy will increase. It's easy, right? Very good, very good. And the sixth point talks about it actually help in bringing the foreign exchange. Simple hai. If we are producing more goods, if we are offering it to the world, definitely we'll have the foreign countries purchasing things from us, and that will definitely increase the foreign exchange. And eventually, it will be helping to increase the value of rupees in the market. Are we clear, everyone, with this? It's a very easy question. See, 5 marks, mein to I'll always tell you that it's the easiest of all, right? Awesome. 5 marks question, everyone. Again, the same points will be there, which the CBSE have all mentioned in all the 3 and 5 marks. Another question that any other relevant point if you want to add. If not, out of these, any 5 points. Okay? Very good. Increasing the living standard also. Absolutely correct. Okay. So are we clear with this part, everyone? Yes. Awesome, awesome. We are clear with this part. Now let's quickly jump to the or part of this particular question. Yes, Prince Bharti, that's your responsibility, everyone. We should have 150, so you have to get up, everyone. 133. As of now, we have 133. Just quickly call out your friends also. I'm not sure whether they know that we are still having the class. Very good. Okay. Let's see this question, everyone. The or part over here is that examine the multi-pronged aspect of information technology and in electronic industries. Again, a very, very clear-cut, straightforward answer. What do you think could be the answer for this particular question? Examine the multi-pronged aspect of the information technology and in electronic industries. How basically the information technology and the electronic industries actually are affecting the different sectors that we have around us. Yes. Yes, okay, I'll do that. Everyone, are we clear? Jaldi, jaldi, so what do you think? Yes, very good. I can see some answers. So, over here what we have is that, I'm explaining the question. Satyanarayan, the question is, multi-pronged. So, Okay, I'm sure if you have seen a fork, right, it has three mouth, basically three kind of sharpie edges. So if we have it, if we pour, like of course at three different places, we'll be getting the sensation, right? We'll have the hit over here, right? So agar we have these industries like information technology and the electronic industries, right? What will be their impact? How they will be impacting the all of these aspects. Clear everyone? Clear, clear, come on, tell me yes or no. Question समझ में आया सबको? कि किस तरीके से ये इंडस्ट्रीज राइट मल्टी लेवल पे बहुत ज्यादा बाकी इंडस्ट्रीज को अफेक्ट कर रही हैं. यस, सिंपल, बहुत सिंपल है. Yes, let's see everyone. The first point of course over here is that the electronic industries cover a wide range of products, right? See, you are watching the session on a phone, right? And I am also teaching with the system that we have, the electronics are involved into it. So the electronics that we have over here definitely have a very wide range of products, right? And each of these are actually helping in the communication, right? Obviously, we are looking over here and actually help us in the communication. Bangalore, of course, being the capital of all of these inventions, not the inventions, but a kind of a major center where we have the, we can call it as the electronic capital, right? Electronic capital of our country. Apart from that, we have others, other cities like Hyderabad, Pune, Chennai, Kolkata, Lucknow and Coimbatore, which are important center for the goods also. But when we talk in terms of the electronics, we know that Bangalore has its own place. Third point talks about, we have 18 software technology park, right? And of course, they actually provide single window service, and of course, they are the high data communication facilities to the software expert. Now, I can see that many of you are clear with it. But जिन लोगों को समझ में नहीं आया, उनके लिए हिंदी में समझाती हूँ, very in a layman language, कि ये हमारे पास में दो इंडस्ट्रीज हैं. हमारे पास में इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी है और इलेक्ट्रॉनिक इंडस्ट्रीज हैं. ये किस तरीके से मल्टी लेवल पे, किस तरीके से बहुत सारे एरियाज को किस तरीके से मल्टी लेवल पे अफेक्ट कर रही हैं, उनकी क्या क्या अदर एस्पेक्ट हैं, हाउ दे आर अफेक्टिंग अस इन जनरल एंड व्हाई दे आर रियली वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस. बहुत ही स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड क्वेश्चन इट इज, राइट? सो वी हैव टॉक्ड अबाउट दीज 3 इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स. इसके अलावा वी हैव दीज अदर इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स व्हिच टॉक्स अबाउट कि the major impact, of course, of these electronic and the information technologies that it provides the jobs, right? It provides the employment to the next generation. We have so many jobs in the software technology. We have so many jobs now there in the data science. All of these are related to the information technology and in the electronic industries. So when these industries are booming, right, they will be providing the employment to the people. Then comes that, of course, we have it encouraged to know that 30% of the workforce in these industries are the women. So that's a really very good thing, right? A good achievement as of now. We definitely want to increase the number more higher. But as of now, we have 30%. Now, these industries have the major foreign exchange. This is very, very important. Okay? In the past 2-3 years, right? These are the industries which have actually have gained more of the foreign exchange services. Of course, they are the ones that are getting highlighted. And of course, we have the BPO sector, business process outsourcing. So I'm sure you would have heard about the BPOs, okay, or the call centers, or the different types of industries, right, everyone? जो हमारे देश में आ रहे हैं, they are the companies from the outside India, right? They're not based in our country, but they are outside our country. They come and they outsource our people. They ask people to work, and of course, they get the salary. So this is how this particular sector is actually increasing the economy of our country also. Very, very important. And providing the employment. Last point talks about that the continuity growth in the hardware and the software is the key to the success of IT industries in India. Easy peasy, right? Solenoid physics में आपका है, you have to ask Saurav sir. Come on, हम SST पढ़ रहे हैं, everyone. If you want to go, if you want to learn about this, you can go and watch Saurav sir's session. You will definitely have it. Very good. So everyone, though we have so many points, take a screenshot everyone and fatafat say, just take a screenshot and remember you have to write only 5 points. There's no point of you spending more time over here. You will get only 5 marks. Matlab, even if you write 6 points, you will get only 5 marks. So please make sure You value your time and write only valid and important 5 points. Very good. So with this, actually, we are done with 2 questions in this particular section. Now we are moving to the question number 32, everyone. From the pol science, right? Political science, everyone, we have this question. Badhiya. You can definitely highlight your answers, Sneha. Definitely. Shipa, outsourcing means, for example, you are planning a party, right? Let's suppose you are planning a birthday party for yourself, but you feel like, you don't have that much time. So what you will do, you will ask someone else, right? You will ask someone else to do that for you. So maybe your friends who is actually good in planning parties, you can ask them and they will do it for you. So it's kind of outsourcing the work. Clear? Yes. You are not doing by yourself but asking someone else to do. Or maybe you're taking some expertise from somewhere from the market and you're helping them. Okay. Describe the role of political parties in India. Aha. Everyone. You'll be like, ma'am, aap har question ke liye aisa bol rahe ho, but I'm telling you, the 5 marks question are the easiest of all. You don't have to think, actually, you don't have to remember anything. You know what happens in our country every 5 years. You read the newspaper, you are a part of a discussion with your family, with your teachers, with your friends. Write those points in a very beautiful way and you have your answer. So describe the role of political parties in our country. They definitely they take part in the elections, right? They definitely have the campaigns. That is one thing you can write. They definitely, they are the one that will be forming the government and running the government. They will be there in the oppositions also. They are the one that make policies for the Indian citizen. Absolutely correct. Very good. They are the one who take care of the law and order in the country during their turnover a period of 5 years, right? They are the one who will be making sure that we have all the rules and regulation kind of being followed, right? And a country level, of course, and a state level, of course, the state government will take care. But their role majorly comes that they will be helping in developing the countries in terms of economy and other important aspects of it. So, very easy question, and over here, this is how we can write the answer in the examination. First, the contest election. Karte hain. They take part in the elections. Second, the parties have put forward their different policies and programs. As you mentioned, every party will have their own policies and their own programs to attract us, right? So that we can easily vote for them. Then parties play a decisive role in making the laws of the country. They are very important. The laws that we need, you and I need. Then the party forms and they run the government. Easy peasy. These parties that won the party which will be losing, they'll be acting as an opposition and will be keeping a check on the ruling party, right? Whether they're doing the right thing or not. Okay, now you tell me, everyone, what are the 2 parties we have in our country? What is the ruling party as of now? And which is a major opposition party? Come on. I don't want you to sleep. I don't want you to lose interest over here. Jaldi se batao. Which is the... Yes. Very good. Ansari, very good. Yes, Shubhu. 1 party and 1 multiple party. Absolutely correct. Gaurav, it is kind of becoming now. Yes, yeah. Right, so we know that 1 party is actually in ruling. Basically, 1 is ruling and 1 will be in the opposition. So, opposition ka rule hi yahi hai, right, ke they will be questioning ke what are you doing is correct or not, or whether you are, whether you are actually keeping your promises that you actually made to the citizens of the country. Okay, that's how the government work and that's how the political parties in India and other countries work. Specifically in India, this is how it works. Okay. They share the public opinions and of course they provide the people access to the government machinery and welfare scheme. Clear? The government, we have just given the example. Okay. Here everyone, a 5 marks question. Any 5 points that you can easily write. Easy peasy. It's a very easy question that we have over here. Okay. Again, in the examination, when you have such type of questions, please take a moment and read the question carefully. Just see that how many points you remember. Before you attempt any question, especially 5 marks question, close your eyes and see that how many points you remember and how much you know about it. Then only pick the option, because you will have 2 options over here. So the next part or the or part of this question that we have over here is describe the necessity of or utility of political parties in the democratic countries. Very much similar to the previous one. Talking about the political parties only, right? What is the necessity or the utility of political parties? Now, why these parties are important? Come on, everyone, what do you think? We have the democratic government, right? Why we need the political parties? Yes, come on, what do you think? Why we need this? Yes, I'm waiting for your answers. Very good, very good. To have the options, to have, right? We need this party so that they can represent us. They are the kind of our representative in a, to a larger scale. They are the one that will be helping in forming the programs, policies for us, right? Yes, they are the one, of course. They will be making sure that they're standing for the people, for the development. Absolutely correct. So we already have 5 points from the answer that we have in the chat box. So first point, of course, over here, that they are the elected representatives, right? They are the one that are selected from the different parts of the country, from the small part of the country, right? And then they represent. We have Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, right? And of course, apart from that, we have the representative at each level. We have Panchayat Mein, right? Of course, we have from the smallest level to the largest level. That's how they are the one who represent a group set of people, right? And that's how they understand what these people need. Now, these parties will be making sure that they will be taking care of the people's demand, right? And of course, will be helping the people to get a requirement that they need. So first, of course, the representative point is really very important. Then, of course, the societies, right, of course, become larger, complex. They need someone, a representative, to take care of them. So that's really very important. They need some ways to various representative. Again, these 3 points talk about the representative and why they're important. So you can twist your words, and actually, if you want to, you can club these 3 in one, or if you want, you can actually leave them separate. So they're talking about the same thing, but of course from a different point of view. So please make sure you know this is how this is done. Then they need a mechanism to support and restrain the government, making policy justify and oppose them. Very important. Then, of course, we have the political parties. They fulfill the needs, right? And of course, they understand that every representative of government has, and these parties are necessary, very, very crucial for the democracy. Clear, everyone? Are we clear? Come on. I can see there's a rise. I'm sure all of you are back from your dinner. Everyone, I hope that your energy is high. Yes, very good. See, I am not blocking anyone. If you are disturbing the class, maybe the moderator will take some action. So, really requesting you to please focus in the class. Yes, Akash, बहुत ही simple words में the question is asking you to actually tell what is the importance of the political parties in the democratic countries. Okay? So everyone, 5 points. We have 6 points over here, and you can easily write. Easy peasy. Take care, everyone. And this is it. Okay? Very good. Okay. Awesome. Here we go to the last question from this particular part, which talks about we have to explain the role of self-help groups, which is SHGs and like SGs in the rural societies. Now, can you tell me what are these SHGs? Yes, we are on the next question, Satyanarayan. Very good, yes. So these are the people, right? These are the people who are the one that will be taking the small loan. So in a very simple word, if I have to explain, let's suppose there's a group of people. Let's suppose it has 20 people, right? And every people say that, okay, no, we will be helping. We will save at least, let's say, 50 rupees a month. And these 20 people will be saving how many rupees? 50 rupees. Okay? And they will be contributing to it. So if someone needs a help, right, that money will go to that particular person. If they follow this through, and of course, if this works properly, the bank loan, right, they can easily get the loan, and that loan can be used to do the betterment of the people who are working there, right? To provide them the employment or to help them in small businesses. That's how these will be actually getting the money. And of course, the loan will be the loan that they are getting, right, will be used for the development, and of course the bank will be keeping a check that who will be returning that loan. In that case, all of these people will be responsible, equally responsible in returning the loan back. Are we clear, everyone? Yes? Yes, absolutely correct, right? So these self-help groups are really very important. So if you look over here, the answer that we have over here is that the idea is to organize rural people, basically help the people to save some money, right? So self-help groups, right, or basically they're the pool where they'll be collecting the money. Yes, I'm explaining it one more time, Akash, don't worry. So these small groups will be saving the money. That's first important point. So of course the members could be 15 to 20 and they'll be saving up to the 25 to 100 depending on their ability. They will be giving it to the people, and there'll be a 1 or 2 person who will be taking a charge, like who will be moderating it, but every member will have an equal say in this. Okay, members can take a small loan from a group itself to meet their needs, and this group charge interest on these loans, but it's still very less than of the money lender. Okay, if these people who have very less money, right, if they want to go to any person, right, someone who is a money lender, they will charge for extra interest. Okay, acha, you want 500 rupees, I will give you 500 rupees, but you know what, next year you have to give me 200 extra, which definitely is not making any sense, right? Right? So the money lenders will ask something in return from these people, but the self-help group will not be asking for it. They don't need, interest is really very less. Okay, this is very important. After a year or two, if there's a regular saving in the group, they can actually go and get the loan from the bank, which is very important. If the bank, recognize them, that these people are good, they're actually circulating the money, they are earning it, and they are utilizing that money very, with a very thought process way. They have actually using the money carefully. The bank will also give them the loan, and that can be used further. Clear, everyone? It has so many points. We have just discussed only 5 points. Here we have more points. That loans are which are sanctioned by to the people. Of course, the name of the group will be there, and it will be helping them to create the opportunity for the groups. Not the third important, but the 6th, 7th important point that we have over here is that small loans are provided to the members to take their land back, or of course to the working capitals they need. Then the important decisions are made by the group members. There's no one individual, right, everyone? So for example, if you are planning a party, right, each one of you will have a say. You know what, I want this in the party, I want this in the party, and you will collectively go to your parents and you'll be like, okay, you give us this money, we'll be utilizing it. If you plan a party really very well, next time also your parents will give you the money. Each one of you have an equal say in the, right, what you need and how you want to plan your party. Clear? So this is similar to the self-help groups that we have. Okay? Clear, everyone? Are we clear? So these groups will decide the amount and the charge that will be giving to the people, and that's how we will have this helpful. And this is really very serious group, right? They are not joking around. They are really very serious, and that's the help. Clear, everyone? Quick thumbs up, everyone, and I hope that all of you have hit the like button. Hit the like button, everyone. Yes, Adil, aap yehi kaam karte ho. I think you distract other, that's why you get blocked, right? Please don't do it. Yes, very good, everyone. So these are the 5 points we have. Any 5 points you can mention right on over here. We have it. So it's a long question. Luckily for us, it has various options also. So you can pick any 5 points and you can write the answer. Clear? Self-help group. Easy. When you look at this word, I'm sure you should have the answers with you. Okay. Let's see the last part, the or part of this question, right? The or part of this question is that we have to explain the significance of Reserve Bank of India in the Indian economy. What do you think could be the answer for this? Yes, what do you think? Come on, everyone. Yes, the Reserve Bank of our country. Why it is important? Such a direct question, right? Why we need a Reserve Bank of India? To issue notes, to issue the currency note. Yes, to. Then apart from that, what else? Just to issue the notes or to regulate the currencies, right? To make sure the exchange rate is perfectly fine. To make sure that the value of the money is, is there. Yes. What else? What else, everyone? Very good, very good. Yes. Let's see over here now. So, it supervises the functioning of the formal sources of the loans that we have, right? It's very important. This actually help in maintaining a minimum cash balance out of the deposit they receive, which is super crucial for our country's growth, right? They monitor that banks actually maintain a cash balance. Banks should have a cash balance. They should not just go bankrupt, right? The RBC sees that the banks gives loans not just to profit-making business and traders, but also to the small cultivators. It should be giving loans to the all the people, not just to a one set of people. Then, periodically, banks have to submit the information to the RBI, what they're doing, how they're doing. I hope that, they keep a check that, everything should be pakka and proper. Hello, Shivansh. Yes? So, over here we have the major 5 points. Easy peasy, right, everyone? So, you can write your answer in such a way. Easy. RBI ko to it's very easy. Yes. Sure, it is a bank that will be making sure that our country is stable, our country economic growth is happening. The value of money is there, right? And of course, it's been there at the center. Yes, they actually monitor the formal sectors. Absolutely correct. Akash, RBI is the Reserve Bank of India, right? They are the head, right? Of course, they manage the money that we have in our country, which comes and which goes, right? They have a certain set of rule and regulation. They give us the currency that we use, right? The amount where we say, ke, haan, the paper per 1,000 rupees is 1,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees. That value, that, okay, this note has a value of 2,000 rupees comes from RBI only. You and I can make 1,000 notes, right? We can print our own notes, but it has no value. It has to come from RBI. Are we clear? Yes, everyone, are we clear with this? With this, everyone, section D is over. Now, let's quickly check the easier section that we have in the paper, which is section E, which is case-based question. So, we have 3 questions and each question have 4 marks. Again, an easier way for you to get 12 marks in your pockets. Yes? Akash, because you and I will not be able to do it, right? They are the official body. Yes. Mohit, because all of you are saying, ma'am, next question, next question, next question. So, have to. Okay, everyone. So, let's see. Now, of course, I'll not be reading this whole text over here, which is nothing but the question that we have, okay? So, take a movement. You can take a screenshot. I'll just move aside. I'm sure you all have read it. So, take a screenshot and you can read the question. Basically, in this particular question, they are talking about the Wiltron, right? And it's in olden time, I'm sure you can see in the 1881. And they're talking about, there's a person who went to London to do the work. It's okay, Tanishq, you can watch you can come and watch the section again, right? You can definitely repeat it again. Clear? So let's see the different parts, everyone, for this particular question. Right? Okay, yes. I know. We have reached, right? We have reached 150? Yes, teamwork. Very good, everyone, very good. So here we have the first question. We have to analyze the major factor which actually led the London to become a very attractive place for the job seeker. Easy peasy है ना, ये तो बहुत ही easy है. हाँ नन्या. हाँ बिल्कुल करते हैं. नहीं Shubhu, I didn't block you. See, my hands are here. I am here. I have my screen. Nobody is blocking you. Next, like target. Aishwarya ma'am will decide. Ma'am is here. Yes. Right, all of you should give us a target, ma'am. How many likes you can give us? Okay, we can have a target of 200 by the end of the session, right? Come on. This is the least we are asking. Awesome, everyone. So let's see. अब अच्छा ये तो बताओ. Coming back, everyone. Why? London इतना hype क्यों हो गया? Why the London become a very hyped place for the specially job seeker? Why they want to go there and work? Yes, what do you think? Due to, of course, the answer is over here on the screen, due to the Industrial Revolution. Right? They all want to go there because they have industries, they have the different types of jobs, right? And they have the availability of the jobs. Jobs were actually there, available. People can go and can actually work in the London. That's why it become a very interesting and very attractive place for the job seeker. Are we clear, everyone? Yes, Mohit, you can reduce your volume. No issues. It's okay. It's okay, Bhavish. Welcome back. Musical guru girl. I don't know what you were asking. Please, can you repeat it again? Yeah, I'm not ignoring you. Yes. Okay. Very good. हाँ, so I'll explain you again in a simple word. The question is कि London at point 18 centuries के आसपास क्यों इतना famous हो गया jobs के लिए? It's just because के वहाँ पे industrial revolution हुआ और वहाँ पे बहुत सारे jobs थे. That's it. Cool, everyone. Moving to the next part of this question, we have that we have to analyze the reason for the appointment of Wiltshire by the old Kent gas work. What do you think could be this? So if you read the passage, Will is a normal individual, right? And they, in the question they have mentioned ki why he was actually working by the old Kent gas work. What do you think? Because the gas work was a seasonal work, and when they need the people who can work for the lower wage, right? So it's a seasonal industry. It's not the industry that will be happening throughout the session. Okay? Very good, everyone. Break, Meena. Bache, break. I want to give you the break, but of course, majority of you don't want the break. I'll give you a break of 1 minute in between. Don't worry. Last set of question, right? The other one question was for 1 marks. This is for 2 marks. Yes? Tanish, I will tell you, we did a session on the channel, right? Please go and watch the session. You will have the clarity that which chapters have more weightage. Okay? It's a 2 marks question, everyone. We have to analyze that the preference of the hand labor over machine by the industry of the Victorian Britain. Why the people were still kind of inclined towards ki haan, hand labor over the machine. Come on, everyone. See, we have the answers over here, but still you want, please do write the answer in the chat. Yes, bye those of you are leaving. Good night, take care. Break, bilkul, I will give you a break. After this question, I'll give you a break. Tanish, the first question was that why the London was becoming very attractive place for the job seeker. It's because it has more jobs and it has the industrial revolution. Yes, everyone, what you very good, Dhanvi. Because of the huge investment, right? So machines require a good amount of investment. At that time, if there's any repair happening, again they have to spend more money, right? They were very costly, ineffective, and of course difficult to repair. Huge capital money was invested in buying a machine. Whereas when it talks about the labors are there at a very low cost only. And in the seasonal industries, only seasonal labors were required. So what happened if the industries is not working, if there's no demand of that particular industries, they don't have to pay to the people. Okay? Yes. No issues, do take care. Are we clear, everyone? Yes. Okay. So I'll give you a break of 1 minute. No, a break of 1 minute of 30 seconds. You can read this passage. Give you time, read this passage. I will not speak. You read this passage. You have a break of 30 minutes. No, not 30 minutes, sorry. 30 seconds. 30 minutes. Yes, everyone. So I hope that all of you have read the question. हाँ 30 minutes बहुत ज़्यादा वो गलती से बोल दिया था 30 seconds था. Okay. Here we have. So now this question is talking about the Narmada Bachao Andolan, right? And of course it was run by the government, not by the government, but by the NGO, right? So in this paragraph they're talking about that why there was a oppose, right? And what were the conditions of the people. So let's look at the question that I asked. That what we have to write the objective of Sardar Sarovar Dam, right? Why it was built. What do you think? What is the reason, right? What do you think is the reason behind the Sardar Sarovar Dam, right? What was the objective of building that particular dam? It's a 1 marks question. So of course to secure the power to actually produce the power, for the irrigation also, for drinking water and for the drought prone area. Right, this is important, everyone. So the construction of dam was done to fulfill these requirements. Are we clear? See, these answers are already mentioned in the passage, directly or indirectly. Very good, very good. To prevent the direction of river, musical guru, irrigation, drinking water, absolutely correct. Okay. Second part of this question talks about, we have to analyze the reason of protest by the tribal people. Why you think that the tribal people actually were against the construction of this particular dam? What do you think could be the reason behind it? For example, let's suppose you are living in a place where, let's suppose maybe, there's a very beautiful dam. There's a very beautiful river at your near your place. But of course, the people come and they say, no, we will be, making a dam. But you know what? You have to remove from here. We will give you a place, but you have to relocate. You have to move from this place to go some other place, which was definitely the case over here. Bye those of you who are leaving, take care. Okay, so there was a huge displacement of the people, which is definitely not comfortable for the people. Then demand of the rehabilitation, right? They will be moving from one place to another. Harm to the harvest, of course, the water will be damaging the harvest that the farmers are doing. And there will be loss of livelihood. The people who are displacing, right, the people who are moving definitely will have to search for their job. They don't have a jobs, right? If they're moving from one place to another, they will take a lot of time and they might get job or might not get also. So that were the risks that they are taking. The government at that time says that they will be doing it, but many a time what we have seen that unfortunately only certain set of people, few groups of the people will be getting all of this, right? But majority might suffer. That is why there were a lot of, a rebel against this construction of dams. Yes, this is the official CBSE sample paper. Okay? Okay, everyone. The last part of this question for 2 marks we have over here. We have to highlight the issue on which Save Narmada movement worked on. What were the issues on which the people came together to save Narmada river? Yes, come on, everyone. Yes, Tanishq. I'll answer your doubts regarding the map when we are discussing about the map work, okay? Right, everyone, we have the answer over here only. We know that, of course, the issues that were there, of course, in the Save Narmada movement is same from the previous question. Huge displacement was there, environmental issues were there. There was a lot of demand of the rehabilitation, right? Moving people from one place to another is really very crucial, and to provide the tribal the source of livelihood. Clear? See, I'm telling you, everyone, case-based study questions are the easiest for you to score. Okay? Are we clear? Come on, are we clear with this question, everyone? So 2 questions are done in the case-based study. We have 1 more to go. Let's see over here. And after that, we have the last part, which is the map work. Science ka sample paper kab aayega? Sanya, it's already done, bache. You can go and check on the channel. It's there already. Okay, everyone. This is talking about the pol science. We have the power sharing arrangement, right? I'm giving you again. Take a break of 30 seconds. Read this, right? Do read this. I'll come back in 30 seconds. Giving you a break in between. Yes, everyone. So I hope that all of you have read this. Okay, chaliye everyone. Let's see the first particular part, right? Power sharing is an essential component of democracy. We have to give one example to prove the statement. What you remember? I hope that you remember what is power sharing, right? Power sharing is an essential component of the democracy. Why? Because it actually helps in reducing the responsibility of conflict between these social groups, right? Everyone has equal say over there, and it actually provides the stability. So that's why it actually helps in reducing the conflict between the different social groups, and it is a very good way to ensure the stability in the political order. So that's why you can write any 1 point, but you will get 1 mark. Everyone, are we clear? Very good, Kajal. Very good. We are doing Shubhu Science ka revision also. You can watch the session, bache. Yes, very good, Manvi. Next question, everyone, on the screen. Okay, how is alliance building an example of power sharing? Right, when of course there are two parties comes together and form a government, it's kind of alliances, right? They are kind of, they're not best friend, but they are, yeah, you want to do this, even I want to do this, let's just come together and work together. Yes, it's a 1 marks question. So when two or more parties form an alliance, they contest in the election to form a government is called as a sharing of the power, right? I have my power, you have your power, let's use it to do something good for the people. That is, of course, is called as a power sharing over here in this particular context, right? Then, of course, we have an example. Alliances would be could be between the regional and the national parties, which is again example of the power sharing. Okay, and the third point talks about the political ideas are definitely shared. 1 marks question, everyone. 1 point will be enough, good enough for you to write in this particular answer. Then we have the last part for 2 marks question. How political parties pressure group, right, and movement help in controlling or influencing those who are in power. Think about it, everyone. Yes, how the political parties, pressure groups and the movement help in controlling the influence those who are in parties. Now they're kind of afraid we might lose the, we might lose the trust of the people. So freedom of choice is there. Of course, there's a entertainment of the competition among the different parties. Then such competition ensure that the power does not remain in one hand, right? People are compelled to work. They have to perform. Then only they'll be getting the next time votes. That is very good. So the power does not remain in one group only, but it's shared among the different parties altogether, right? And of course, the ideas in the social group. You can write any 2 points. Yes, very good, Deepika. Yes, Urmila, I will be sharing the notes on the Telegram. Yes, very good, everyone. So with that, everyone, we are done with section E. Very quickly, I just need your 5 minutes. 5 minutes only. Because it's a last 5 marks question. It's a map-based question, everyone. Very quickly, we can finish this off. So as you know that out of these 5 marks question, 5 marks, 2 marks to mapping will be coming from the history and 3 from geography. So let's look over here what we have. So we have to identify 2 places A and B, right? We have it, which are being marked on the outline map of the country. If you see, the outline map of the country will be there and they have marked it and they have mentioned over here, right? You have to identify them and write their correct name in the lines to draw the marks. So of course over here, we have these 2 places. Now if you see over here, these are places. They have marked A and we have Calcutta or the present Calcutta, and of course we have the Dandi. Okay. Now what happened in these particular places? First, of course, we have National Congress session which took place in 1920. Everyone, we did a session on this. I'm telling you, if you haven't watched this session, please make sure you watch a session which we did on the important map work. We have mentioned that this is important. National Congress kahan pe hua tha, they always ask you. One will be there for sure. Then the second place where the Mahatma Gandhi broke the salt law is in the Dandi in Gujarat. Okay. Remember the location. See over here, they're asking over the Calcutta and the basically city name. So you remember where is Calcutta? Okay. Have something to remember. For example, if you look over here in Dandi, right, you can see that it's there at this particular place. This place, right? So remember that. Remember the lines that we have in the map, and it will be helping you. That's 2 marks in your pocket for the history. Dandi Samarmati mein nahi hua tha bacche. Samarmati se he started the march, right? The march ended in the Dandi, where he actually made the salt and then took it. And he actually broke the law. Yes, very good. Okay, now let's look at the 3 marks from the geography. Super duper easy, right? So we have to mark the, we have a same outline map of the country and we have to label any 3. Again, very important, any 3. So pick the options very carefully, right? So what we have given 4 options, we have to pick any 3. We have Harikund Dam, we have Tarapura Atomic Power Station, then we have Noida Software Technology Park, and we have Cochin Fort. Out of these 4, we have to pick 3. So over here we have the same map of the country. Here we have Noida, right? It's there in the Uttar Pradesh. Easily you can map it over here. Then we have Tara Atomic Center, right over here in near, if you look over here in Maharashtra. Then of course we have Cochin Cochin Port, of course, in Kerala. And then we have the Hirakund Dam, okay, in Orissa. Clear? Very good, very good. Absolutely correct, Deepika. Yes, very good. See, so this is how you will remember, okay? So with this, everyone, I think without taking much of your time, I would love to say that we have finished the sample paper. Now let's just call Aishwarya ma'am. Yes. So we have, we have finished this. Yes. Shubhu, where you think the Sardar Sarovar Dam is? Think about it. So the name will be giving you the answer, Sardar Sarovar Dam. Yes. Anyone? Yes. Yes, congratulations to each one of you. How many likes we have? Gujarat, very good. Seems like you have your answer. Tell me, I don't know. Just think that your teacher does not know the answer. You tell me the answer. Yes. See, the name is actually giving away the answer. Think about where we have Sardar Sarovar Dam. And on which river it is. See, river ka naam to it was mentioned in the question paper itself. Very well done, everyone. Welcome, ma'am. Right? Ma'am, how did they do? Right?
Yes, of course, today's class was a very long class, but we tried to make it as crisp as possible for all of you just to understand how to go about solving your paper, right? And if you have your SST pre-boards coming in, trust me, ma'am, this class is going to be helpful for them,
yes,
right?
Definitely. See, again, it's not a teaching that we did over here because you already know the answer and you are the one who are actually telling us the answer. So we know that where are you? And just in case if you have any confusion, we tried our best to explain you.
Yes. And if you found this helpful, then you have two things to do. One, let us know in the comment section below. Two, I hope you subscribe to the channel. Three, although I didn't mention, I said two, but three, make sure you share it with your friends and tell them that you know what, if you want a very crisp way of understanding how to go about sample paper, go check out in BYJU'S 9 and 10. Ankita ma'am and Aishwarya ma'am have definitely helped us out, right? Yes. And everybody, here's a quick reminder for spoken English classes. As you know, it's available for class 4 to 9. So if you are if you know any of your juniors who are struggling with English, a lot of you, I know, you feel comfortable in Hindi, but it's important that your English becomes stronger because at the end of the day, it is important to know that writing and speaking English becomes important in the future. Right, yes, ma'am?
Yeah. Because all of us we will be learning in the future in this particular language only.
Yes.
It's very important for us to understand it first. And more than importantly, in the future, you will not be writing only.
Yeah.
Till maybe, let's suppose, till your college days, you will be writing in English. But what happens when you go out, there is always a high demand for you to speak and express yourself. In that cases, we want you to feel fully confident in expressing yourself. So for that, you can start getting ready from now itself. We have this amazing course. It's a paid course. Link is in the description box. Please go. Make sure, go and check it out.
Yes, and you can learn at your own pace and time, right? And here's a quick reminder, everybody, about Parent Club. As you know, Cheta Mama, parenting expert, is going to be talking about the importance of goal setting. So if your parents are available for just 1 hour on the 21st of December at 6 p.m., please make sure that you do check it out. As you know, that limited seats are available. And of course, with this, everybody, you know that we have got you covered and we mean it quite literally, right? We go out of your way to help you. We make sure we never feel that only you are giving board exams, right? We always make sure that it's almost like we are giving the exams with you. Yes. That is the way we prepare you. So please make sure that you do not forget to like this video. Do not forget to share it with your friends. Most important thing, somebody is asking me, ma'am, will we get biology class here? We are your biology teachers also. So tomorrow, make sure that you come. 5 p.m. Ankita ma'am is going to be doing control coordination in under 45 minutes. And after which at 7 p.m. I will be helping you out with the previous year questions. Yes. So you have to subscribe, right? Yes.
Please make sure that, see, first of all, please make sure that you are part of this channel, right? Yes. Subscribe to the channel so that you will get all the notification. You can actually, you'll have the sessions with you. You can definitely watch them at your own pace. You can actually ask us if you need any help.
Yes.
We are there for you. When we say that we have got you covered, we have literally got you covered.
Yes. So everybody be there on time. And I think, ma'am, with this we can say goodbye and good night.
Good night, everyone. Do take care of yourself and keep on learning with BYJU'S. Lots of love. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.